These fine young musicians who have toured Europe and China on April 14th at Sherwood Auditorium.
For ticket information, call the Arthritis Foundation at 280-0304.
Join the YMCA today. KUSI TV, San Diego's 51. The following is an exclusive presentation of KUSI TV Sports. Live via satellite. Game 2 of the NASL semifinals. Tonight, the San Diego Sockers take on the Golden Bay Earthquakes on the road to the championship. Brought to you by Budweiser. Sockers fans, for all you do, this Bud's for you. By Hagen Chevrolet. By the Highlanders Men's Shops. By Taylor Wine. By Fuller Ford. And by Texaco, makers of Texaco Super Unleaded that helps knock out the knocks.
Last Thursday night at the Sports Arena, Julie V opened this playoff round with a first-period goal for San Diego. But the Earthquakes quickly came back. First, Gene Wilrich was sent off for bringing down Earthquake defender Fernando Clavijo. And with the Soccer midfielder in the penalty box for 2 minutes, the Earthquakes quickly tied it up. Godfrey Ingram putting it by Jim Gorsuch, and it was 1-1. But then Julie V went to work again. When he was supposed to be suspended, V's suspension was commuted, and he scored his second goal of the game off an Earthquake defender, as the reverse angle replay shows the ball going in off Hayden Knight. Before the half ended, the Sockers would get a 2-goal lead. Irishman Brian Quinn combining with Addy Coker, and it was 3-1. That twosome would connect again early in the third period. Quinn again playing it into the forward Coker inside the penalty area, and a one-touch by Addy made it a 4-1 San Diego lead. But Coker would later pay for that goal. Earthquake defender Tim Schultz violently bringing down Addy Coker in the San Diego defensive zone. And with Coker down on the field, play went on, and the Earthquake Steve Jungle got his only goal of the game to keep a scoring streak alive for the NASL's leading scorer. But that was as close as the Earthquakes would get. Michael Carey brought down Julie V at the top of the penalty area, setting up a San Diego free kick. And V slid it over to Kevin Crow, and the Berkeley, California native made it a 5-2 San Diego final score. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Randy Hahn. Welcome live to the Cow Palace in San Francisco. We are here for Game 2 of this best-of-3 NASL semifinal series, and it could all very well end here this afternoon if the San Diego Sockers can duplicate their feat of several nights ago at home and defeat the Golden Bay Earthquakes here and take a 2-game sweep. But the Sockers are injured. They lost 2 key defenders Thursday night to go along with the injuries that they've already been dealing with all year long. In a moment, we'll talk to Sockers head coach Ron Newman about how those injuries will affect this second game of the playoffs tonight. This is the San Diego Sockers Network.
Monday, Quincy demands a lethal drug be taken off the market.
I've got cardiac tissue in a 15-year-old girl that belongs in a 70-year-old woman. I want you to test just for colchicine. Colchicine? Kids are using it to grow marijuana.
Kathy might have been killed by grass grown with that?
You helped to sell a deadly poison with no warning in the ad.
You change the law, and I'll change that ad.
You're telling me the government can't do one thing about it?
Quincy, Monday night at 8 on San Diego's 51.
Hi, I'm Jerry Coleman along with Goose Gossage. I'd like to welcome you to the Padres Training Center here in Yuma, Arizona. This year, you can see up to 40 Padre home games live from the stadium right in your own home on Cox Cable. Right, Goose?
It's not as good as seeing my fastball in the flesh.
Does anybody ever see your fastball in the flesh?
Sometimes.
But not very often. Call Cox Cable today for details on 40 and 20 game schedules. Dial 262-1122 for Padre home games for as little as $3 a game.
Welcome back to the Cow Palace in San Francisco. The head coach of the San Diego Sockers, Ron Newman, joins us now. Ron, I think the last time you were in this building, you were playing here.
I did play here once, many years ago.
Ron, let's talk about this game here this afternoon. Obviously, you have a bit of an advantage having won the first game at home in this very short best-of-3 series, but you suffered some pretty bad injuries. Gary Collier and Eric Geyer both back home, and really only have 3 healthy defenders, and Guy Newman is kind of questionable.
Yeah, these are 2 very important players to miss, of course. Eric and Gary, not having them here, we don't quite know what effect it'll have. But I guess this team has been working miracles all year. We've lost so many good players in certain times of the season that and we've always managed to pull through. So we're looking for just one more miracle today, Randy.
I would have to think you were happy with containing Steve Jungle the other night, just giving him the 1 goal, which was really on a rebound. Do you think that your defensive problems tonight could open the way for Jungle a little bit?
Well, I think he's going to be that little bit more determined. I'm sure he feels embarrassed because he didn't do as well down in San Diego, and he's going to be able to prove something tonight. But if we play the same type of game where everybody must defend, when they have the ball, everybody's got a responsibility from Julie all the way back to Jimmy Gorsuch. And if everybody does their share, I think we can do the same job on him. It's just a matter of concentrating. We know we can do it, and we just got to do it again.
Our best of luck to you, Ron Newman. And that is our pregame show. We'll be back with tonight's opening kickoff from the Cow Palace in San Francisco after this.
Wherever evildoers threaten the American way of life, a fearless hero appears to save the day. The greatest American hero.
Get unloaded this space cadet.
Nobody told me anything about saving the world. How do I do that?
I'm sure you'll think of something.
I'm getting something.
So am I. Nauseous.
Don't miss the hilarious adventures of the greatest American hero.
Premiering April 8th on San Diego's 51. Monday, Rossi is in trouble over a construction company scandal.
When you make the cement set faster, doesn't it also make it weaker?
You ever have trouble selling a story to your editor?
Well, I really want it.
I got a story.
What's the area?
Can't say.
But it was important for that information to get out. I knew what the risks were.
If you include in those risks that you'd probably lose your job.
Lou Grant, Monday night at 9 on San Diego's 51.
Back to the Cow Palace in San Francisco. We are live for Game 2 of this NASL best-of-3 semifinal. Our senior referee to your left is Mr. Heinz Volmerath. He is from New Westminster, California. And beside him, Mayed Abadalibi from Los Alamitas. Bob Rigby in goal for the Golden Bay Earthquakes. And down at the other end for the San Diego Sockers, Jim Gorsuch. And we are underway with Game 2 of this best-of-3 as Kaz Dana brings it into the Golden Bay zone for San Diego. Into the corner for Martin Donnelly. Donnelly pushing forward on this opening shift. He and Covillo battle along the boards with Mike Hunter. It comes out down the wing for Jungle. Wilrich gets back on defense for San Diego and plays it back to the goalkeeper, Gorsuch. Jimmy coming into this game with a 2.00 playoff goals against average. Gorsuch was the #1 goalkeeper in the league during the regular season with a 4.08 and a 14-4-1 loss record. Donnelly in the high slot for San Diego. We're just underway. Sockers in their traveling gold uniforms with blue shorts and gold socks, and the Earthquakes in their home bright red with black and white trim. Dana with a steal in the Earthquake zone, and a shot is blocked by Carey. Cassie will get the rebound, tried to play it to center for Guy Newman, but Jungle breaks it up. Jungle back at his own red line now for the Earthquakes. Got a goal on Thursday night, his first of the playoffs. In for Godfrey Ingram. Ingram now up to the red line, feeds it ahead for Fernando Covillo. That's blocked, and Dana will get it back again for San Diego. Dana, one of San Diego's real reliable performers all season long. Expect nothing less here in the playoffs. Gorsuch handling the ball in the box now and playing over to Guy Newman. So what Ron Newman will likely do is switch Jerry O'Kane on defense with Donnelly. Kevin Crow now bringing it into the Earthquake zone for V. Back to the corner for Crow. To Wilrich. He'll lay it off to Julie. His shot blocked, and the rebound will come off to the near sideline for Gene Wilrich. Wilrich cuts it in front. Tees it up in the slot, fakes the shot, pushed off the ball by Hunter, and Covillo gets the rebound. He'll send it down the left wing for Jungle. He ran into Guy Newman, though. Good work by Guy to get the ball away from the NASL's leading scorer. Now Wilrich back the other way for San Diego. Off the wall, B with a chance, hit it with the right foot, but pushed off for defender Michael Carey. And that will be a foul against San Diego. Julie's going to get a share of those kind of fouls where he's pushing off, trying to get as much advantage as he can inside that area. Those defenders give him a tough time. He has to use his body to the best of his ability. Julie, a big, strong man, big upper body, and he uses it well. But he will get his fouls. Led the team in fouls during the regular season. Here's Hayden Knight sending it right wing for John Bain. He hits it first time, but it is Hopper that Gorsuch handles. The distribution downfield to Addy Coker. Addy, with 2 goals in the opening game Thursday, takes it at the red line, plays it back for Quinn. Bryan will bring it across the line, send it down the left point side for Coker. He's fighting in the corner with Tim Schultz. It comes out, but Schultz will get it back to Bob Rigby. Rigby called now on a infraction. I think they're going to call a foul away from the play on Schultz for bringing down Coker. That was a little late. Nonetheless, a free kick, San Diego. Hugo Perez with the ball in the corner, off the wall, in front. Coker with a chance. It's loose in front. Addy tries to slide it back for Perez. He'll break it up once more, and the Sockers will get it back in midfield. O'Kane forced to play it back to the goalkeeper, Gorsuch. Jimmy out halfway to the red line, plays it for Quinn. Quinn to midfield for Crow, and Kevin will knock it back to Jim Gorsuch. So O'Kane playing on defense on that left side. On the field right now with Martin Donnelly, a 2-man Irish connection there. O'Kane takes it down the left wing now into the San Diego offensive zone. A shot. Rigby turns that away on the near post. O'Kane fights for the rebound along the boards. It finally comes loose to Quinn in midfield. Bryan now back of his own red line. Plays it to center, and Donnelly's got it. Sox change on the go. Namdar now on for O'Kane. Donnelly plays it into the corner. Coker tries to work it out in front for Hilkes. Addy with a drive. Rigby to save. And it's kicked out of play. Or Coker with a chance up front with Hilkes. And Rigby coming up with a couple of key saves early in this game. He has been tested already. Well, Gorsuch hasn't really had a whole lot to do down at the San Diego end. We're just underway. We've played 3.5 minutes. And it's scoreless. Game 2, the Sockers have a chance to wrap it all up here this afternoon if they can beat these Earthquakes. Quinn on the free kick in front, looking for Namdar or Hilkes. Lawrence went down. Donnelly keeps it in midfield, and now Namdar will take it back up the left wing. Nice move on Tim Bartrow. Namdar moving in front. Ran over the ball, but I think he got put by Bartrow. They're going to give a foul against Golden Bay. Cha-Cha puts it into play off the free quick kick quickly, and then he gets fouled again in the corner by Bartrow. On a free kick again to Donnelly. A shot, Rigby to save. And it'll come back to George Katakalitis, who again gets it to his goalkeeper. So a number of good opportunities here in this first period for San Diego. Back come the Earthquakes. This is Katakalitis, or Bartrow rather. Blocked by Hilkes. Then Cuellar goes up in the air, gets it to the right wing for Katakalitis. Into the corner, looking for Cuellar. He bumps Namdar. Cha-Cha's got it. And gets it back to Gorsuch, just as Katakalitis comes crashing into the San Diego goalkeeper. Now we're going to get a 2-minute penalty. Power play coming up for the Sockers. As Gorsuch had his hands on the ball, Katakalitis kicking wildly at it. And we have a power play coming up. So there's 10:45 to go here in the first period on the Video Library scoreboard. It's the Sockers nothing, the Earthquakes nothing.
Oh, Mr. Miller's car.
Wait, Knox, it hardly makes it up the mountain. It hardly makes it up the street.
No more Knox, guys. We've got star power. Texaco Star Power. Extra power when Texaco Super Unleaded helps knock out the knocks. Compare a car knocking with regular unleaded fuel to the same car with Star Power. Star Power can help give you more car power. How's that?
Neat. Can we do it again?
Why?
We forgot the food.
Sockers trainer Lynn Hersey having a look at Jim Gorsuch and working on that leg. The lower angle shows Katakalitis charging in there and indeed twisting Gorsuch's right leg. I think he got the front foot in front of it and his other foot behind it and just twisted that right leg quite a bit. And I think Jimmy might have a bit of a twisted knee problem. I don't know what Ron Newman would do in a goaltending situation now. Gorsuch trying to walk off that injury. I think he'll be all right and be able to continue. If the Sockers goalkeeper were to go down, I would assume Ron Newman would send Donnelly into the nets. But then again, that would interrupt his goalkeeping or his defensive problems again. But it looks like Gorsuch will be able to continue. Now it's V for San Diego. The Sockers on a power play. Julie out there with Wilrich, Quinn, Coker, and Dana. V through the middle, off to the left for Wilrich. Gene looking for somebody in front. Dana's at the top of the box, but he'll play it back to V in the slot. Julie now to the right for Quinn. Brian's got that great shot from that right side. V's drive, that's blocked. Rebound comes back out to Julie. He looks again, plays to the right for Quinn. Bryan will get it back for V once more. Jungle watching Julie at that top of the box. Round the boards to Coker. It comes squirting off the end wall. And Jungle will work it up to center field, where Gorsuch comes up to relay it forward again for San Diego. V to Wilrich's shot, and Rigby's got the save again low for the Earthquakes. V with a good bit of work in the zone, but he fouled Jungle. And they're going to give a free kick to Golden Bay as Steve Jungle has a bad right knee and took kind of a nasty tumble that time. Jungle not with good possession. V coming in behind him and knocking the ball away. Now we have another foul and another free kick Earthquakes in the midfield zone. 9:44 to go in this opening period. Sockers on a power play. In for Jim Gorsuch. Gorsuch now feeding it up for Brian Quinn. A scoreless tie. We're in period 1 here of game 2 of this semifinal playoff series. Now we're going to have a bench penalty, I believe, to Don Popovich. Indeed, he's going to be penalized by Heinz Volmerath, the referee, and a yellow card. So Volmerath cautions the Earthquake head coach Don Popovich, and we're going to have a second penalty in a two-man San Diego power play. Still a minute 7 to go in that first penalty. I don't know what Popovich said. Obviously complaining about the fouls. Now Jungle is pleading the Earthquakes case with Volmerath. Well, what it means is a two-man San Diego power play here early in this game, and now's the chance to fatten up. Jungle's going to get a card himself if he's not careful. Volmerath has put his cards away now. And the Sockers are going to have a big bonus here now. And along with that goes the responsibility of capitalizing on it. Newman watching from the bench now as his Sockers have a two-man power play. V, Quinn, Coker, Wilrich, and Dana all still fresh. Here's V in the slot. Over to the right for Quinn. Bryan takes a drive far post. Dana on the half volley, and that's out of play off an Earthquake defender. So San Diego gets a kick in. The Sockers power play in the regular season, third best in the league, about 34%. Earthquakes penalty killing dead last in the league. This is Quinn in the slot. He'll take a drive. Jungle blocks that. Big rebound out to center for Gorsuch. Now V. Through the middle, to his left for Wilrich. End wall for Coker. And he just knocked it off the boards. It comes back out to Gorsuch, and so far the Earthquakes doing a super job killing us off. Here's Wilrich drive. That's blocked. V gets the rebound. Back up to Wilrich. Other side now to Dana with 30 seconds still to go in the first penalty. Here's V. To Coker, a shot. Rigby saved that. Kicks it out for kick in San Diego. So Rigby with a nice sliding leg save. Still keeps it scoreless. V on the free kick from the corner. Out to Dana. Wilrich's shot, and that's way up in the seats. So Wilrich squanders an opportunity with a high kick, but the Sockers still have a man advantage situation underway. Katakalitis is back on the bench now, so the Earthquakes have killed off one of their two penalties. Now the bench penalty. Still a minute 13 to go in it. Michael Carey in the penalty box serving this Golden Bay team penalty. Julie V fighting for the ball on the near side boards. Clavillo gets it, and they clear it downfield again. Gorsuch's got possession, but I believe we had a... Well, there was no whistle. It appeared there was, but there wasn't. Here's Quinn now to V. 1 minute to go in the penalty. Being served by Michael Carey. Julie at the red line. To his right for Quinn. Bryan has a look. Back over to V. Julie, the corner for Dana. In front, Coker in the seats. So Addy misses another opportunity with another high kick. The problem with a situation like this, with Coker putting it way up high, as Rigby was causing some problems in front too, is that if the Earthquakes kill this off, and they have 38 seconds to go in the minor. It's got to boost them considerably. Rigby on the free kick. Quinn will head it down, but Jungle will track it down in midfield for Golden Bay. Coker pressuring Jungle. Kick back to Tim Schultz, and then on to Rigby, the goalkeeper. He sends it back into the middle, and Wilrich will get one more chance here for San Diego on this man advantage situation. He's brought down by Jungle, and the foul given. And they'll bring it back for the free kick. San Diego up at the red line. Gorsuch quickly sets it down, bumps into Godfrey Ingram. And now Dana. Seconds left in the power play, over to Wilrich. Back for Dana with 10 seconds. Wilrich again. Jungle pressures. They go back to Gorsuch, and the Sockers aren't going to get anything out of this double power play situation. Carey back on the field now. Here's Quinn. Takes it into the corner. In front. Dana's got it. Kazzy forced back toward his own red line, and then it's kicked by Hayden Knight all the way into the San Diego zone. So the Earthquakes kick off this game with a great penalty killing situation. They kill off double minors to San Diego. We're back at even strength now. Still scoreless. 7:05 to go in period one. V's got it up at the red line. Julie working on Michael Carey, who does such a good job defending against him. Hugo Perez is brought down by Hayden Knight. And that is the 6th Golden Bay foul on San Diego thus far. V will have the free kick off to the left of the Golden Bay net. Perez jockeying for possession. A shot off the free kick by Wilrich was blocked. And now John Bain will work it out of the Earthquake zone to Ingram. Near side boards. Michael Carey's got it up to the center field area. He plays it ahead to Tim Bartrow. Back for Ingram. Bartrow trying to work it to Ingram along the boards. Wilrich steals it back for San Diego. He and Bartrow bump. Gene across the line now into the zone. He'll take it into the corner. Backs up, brings the ball out nicely, shoots it. Oh, and it hit the post coming back as Rigby was caught out of position. Now Crow fighting for it. Gets it into the high slot for B. Julie off to his right. This is Guy Newman. Banks it off the wall. V in front, stabbing the left foot out. Nothing there. As Hayden Knight was defending, and back comes Godfrey Ingram for the Earthquake. Nice ball to Bartrow. Heads it back into the middle. Guy Newman cleared it. It comes off the far boards. Bartrow trying to get it away from Quinn, but Bryan a good job to work it loose. And now Hugo Perez will hold it in the San Diego defensive zone. Still a scoreless tie here at the Cow Palace in period one. Guy Newman down the left wing, taking the pass from Perez. Trying to get it out of the corner for Quinn. Quinn's got it, but forced to play it back to the red line for V. Then Julie loses it. Quinn gets it once more in center field. Long ball into the top of the box for V. He's held by Katakalitis. Foul against Golden Bay. And the Sockers free kick right up at the top of the penalty area as Katakalitis held on to V. So Perez sets it down. Julie's over the ball. 3-man defensive ball for Golden Bay. V kicks it right at the wall. Rebound comes out to Quinn. He'll tee it up for Guy Newman, who drives it right off the defender. And Quinn will play it back to Gorsuch once more. Jimmy sends it into the zone. Julie V will chase it into the corner with Hayden Knight against him. V draws it out. Back into the corner. Off the wall. In front. A chance for Perez. Hugo contemplates the left footer, then drives it. Deflected. Crow back up to the red line, but Jungle has it. To Jan Goossens, who makes his first appearance of the afternoon. He's been out for a long time. Back in January. Played only 14 games this year. Here comes Goossens down the wing, tries to work it free for Jungle in front, but Perez will steal it. 4:50 to go now in the period. Still a scoreless tie. We're live in San Francisco at the Cow Palace. Addy Coker in the corner to the left of Rigby. Works it out in front for Perez. Hugo, good bit of work to get possession, then back to Wilrich. Gene takes it on the run into the corner, got broken up by Hunter. Scores! Gene Wilrich fought for that one, got by Hunter and nailed it. Perseverance paying off there as Wilrich played the carom off the boards perfectly and put it underneath Rigby, who had, it seemed, done a good job cutting off the angle. But Wilrich gets a lucky break with the bounce, and that gave him some extra steam on that shot. If you get it on the half volley, you can hit it much harder. And Wilrich scores his first playoff goal. He had 24 in the regular season this year. 9:28, the time of the goal. It will be unassisted. Sockers leading 1-0 now here in game 2. Could be the deciding affair if the Sockers win. Wilrich back on defense now, digging for it, getting it away from Jungle, and back for Gorsuch. The distribution up to Addy Coker. He and Hilkers hold it at the red line. Now it's played wide to the right wing for Jerry O'Kane. O'Kane back across for Wilrich. Gene moving it on Godfrey Ingram. Wilrich didn't score in game 1. Comes up with a big game-opening goal here this afternoon. Now it's Lawrence Hilkers. Making his moves in front. Lays it off for Wilrich. It actually came off an earthquake. Back now to Donnelly. And Jungle forced to come back now. He was lurking around midfield, but with the Sockers putting on pressure, they need him helping out on defense as well. Gorsuch up at his red line. Plays a deep ball in for Addy Coker. He'll play the carom off the boards. In front, Tim Schultz got a foot on it and then kicks it out of play. 3:26 to go here in the first period on the Video Library scoreboard. It's the San Diego Sockers 1, the Earthquakes 0.
Since 1946, Fuller Ford in Chula Vista has proven that you don't have to sacrifice quality or service to save money. That's right. Fuller Ford in Chula Vista has truly established a reputation for service and a reputation for savings that keeps customers like you returning again and again. Right now, you can buy a brand new Ford Escort from Fuller Ford for only $54.95. Think Fuller for Fords at 760 Broadway in Chula Vista.
Kick in San Diego. Sockers leading 1-0 as Donnelly plays it along the boards for Addy Coker. Working against Schultz. He'll leave it for Hilkes, who comes crashing in, but Mike Hunter gets possession, plays it up the wing for Leo Cuellar. The former Socker throws an elbow at Coker to shake him off. Now Hilkes with a steal. He'll come back down the right wing for San Diego. Bumps with Michael Carey, and a foul against San Diego. Leo Cuellar with it for the Earthquakes. Now in his own zone, they trail 1-0 on Wilrich, first of the playoffs. This has been a physical series, at least through the first game. The injuries would attest to that fact. And it promises to be an equally physical game, too, here at the Cow Palace. Donnelly with 2 Earthquakes around him, trying to work it away from the boards. Finally, Ingram comes out with it. Plays it back for Katakalides. Now to Mike Hunter, who was off this Earthquake team when the outdoor season ended because of an argument between he and Coach Don Popovic. And I say Popovic because that is how he has asked us to pronounce his name. Here's Hunter with a shot. That's deflected. But Hunter got back into the lineup, I think, when Popovic realized what a valuable player he was. Dana now back at his own red line for Cha-Cha Namdar. Gorsuch's had ample time, I would think, to recover from that shake-up early in the game. There's a ball off the crease of the boards, nearly a chance for V in front. Now Quinn's got it in the Golden Bay zone. He'll back up to the left point. Now cut into the slot.
2 minutes. 2 minutes on the
Chips it into the corner for V. Turnaround shot by Julie, but he pushed off the defender. They called the foul. So they're giving some of those fouls back to the Earthquakes that they called against them earlier in this period. Now 1:52 to go in this opening frame. Sockers have outshot Golden Bay 15-2 up to this point. Most of the play in the Golden Bay end. Hayden Knight playing it up for Steve Jungle. He'll work on Martin Donnelly. Plays it to his right for Katakalides. Nice move, but good defense by Namdar to knock it free. Then Quinn just plays it to center. Hayden Knight will get it back for Golden Bay. In front for Jungle. He and Donnelly. And the foul against Donnelly, as he and Jungle got into it at the top of the penalty area. Donnelly trying to establish his defensive prowess. Jungle trying to make something happen with his feet. He had a number of good chances in San Diego Thursday night. Just got the one goal, as you saw off the top of our broadcast, from the deflection. Steve Jungle now with this free kick. Good opportunity for the Earthquakes to tie it. Right on goal, Gorsuch with a good hand save. Oh, lovely stop by Jimmy as Jungle got it through the wall. Here's Cuellar on the far side boards, but Quinn will steal that, work it through to Julie B. Back down the right wing, Quinn on the run. Working on Katakalides, who stabs at it, knocks the ball free, and gets it back to Rigby. What a save by Gorsuch off that free kick. Jimmy will be our halftime feature. A visit with he and his wife, Dory. That's coming up. Dana Now to the right for Brian Quinn with under a minute to go in the period. Kazzy pushed back into midfield by Hayden Knight. Now to Guy Newman. Newman sends it up the wing for Quinn. 2 earthquakes around it, but Quinn still comes up with it. Now he feeds it into the slot for Dana. Kazzy, nice move, looks, another move, goes by Knight, shoots it in front for V, but it's cleared out by Katakalias. This will be kick in San Diego. 36 seconds to go in the first period on the Video Library scoreboard. It's the Sockers 1, the Earthquakes nothing.
This Bud's for everyone who scrapes it, sprays it, and lays it on smooth. Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser. For all you do. This Bud's for you.
We're back in San Francisco. Sockers with a 1-0 lead. Gorsick has to come up to his red line to get a ball away from Jungle. That's a dangerous matchup. Nice move by Kevin Crow in midfield. Went around Tim Schultz. Now in front for V. Julie shoots it wide. Dana off the boards on the rebound. In front for V again. Julie to Crow. His shot. Rigby to save. Good sequence in front of that earthquake zone. Now Jungle at center. And a collision in midfield between Dana and Quinn just as the buzzer sounds here at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. So the Sockers with a chance late in the period to score, but to no avail. And the score at the end of the first period here on the Kobe Sports Arena Swap Meet scoreboard. Sockers 1, Earthquakes nothing.
He's loud. Obnoxious. What a guy, huh?
You got that right.
Chauvinistic.
What were Adam's first words after God made Eve?
Oh, no.
Oh, God, what's a headache?
And the worst part of all, George really looks up to him.
Well, at his height, who don't he look up to?
The Jeffersons, weeknights at 7 on San Diego's 51.
Hi, this is Randy Hahn to tell you about the fun and exciting events the Sockers have planned for our outdoor season ticket holders. Prices have been slashed 25% since last season and are now only $72 for adults and $48 for juniors, seniors, and military. There'll also be free parking at the stadium for fans who arrive at least 90 minutes prior to kickoff. The Sockers also will have live music and fun and games for the entire family to enjoy prior to each game. Call or visit the Sockers ticket office tomorrow and reserve yourself some hot fun this summer at the stadium.
You're an American, independent and strong, taking care of what you own, fixing what's going wrong. We're Craig and Auto Supply, here for you and you know, for savings and selection, Cragen's the way to go. Way to go, America with Craig and Auto Supply.
Back at the Cow Palace in San Francisco, the Sockers leading the Golden Bay Earthquakes 1-0 in this best of 3 semifinal series. Game 2, Gene Woolrich with the only goal of the game thus far, unassisted at 9:28. The other series also underway. It will be the deciding game. That should be getting underway in about an hour's time. The New York Cosmos hosting Chicago. They're all tied up at a game apiece. We'll take a break and be back with second period action here on the Kobe Sports Arena Swap Meet scoreboard. It's the Sockers 1 and the Earthquakes nothing.
Are you the mechanic?
No, I just...
Hey, my engine knocks every time I step on the gas.
It sounds like you need star power.
Star power?
Yeah, the high-octane and Texaco Super Unleaded that can help knock out the knocks.
Hey, genius! That Super Unleaded really worked.
Really knocked out the knocks, huh?
Hey, gave the old bus a, what you call it?
Star power.
Try Texaco Super Unleaded for star power to help knock out the knocks.
Hi, I'm Peter Skouras, and I've always been a lucky man. Not just with the San Diego Sockers, but when I was growing up, I had a dad around. Play ball with, talk to just be a friend. Lots of boys in San Diego aren't so lucky. So if you're a guy 21 or over, call Big Brothers of San Diego County and find out how you can sign up. All it takes is a few hours a week to give a kid his lucky break.
Can I have your autograph?
Sure, little brother.
fixed by machine. Each tube's got to be custom fit to transfer weight into forward momentum. After all, a champion should ride a champion.
To everyone who's working hard for America's Olympic effort, this Bud's for you.
Welcome back to the Cow Palace in San Francisco. Sockers leading 1-0 here with a chance to advance to the finals with a win this afternoon. Sockers now defending the goal to our left for this second period. Fernando Clavillo for Golden Bay, quickly breaking through midfield. Off to his right. For Goossens, a shot that came off a defender in front. O'Kane deflecting it. Goossens will get it back. Working it around in front. Jungle hit it, and it came off the glass. He's claiming he was fouled by Daly, but play goes on. That was the first real time that the Earthquakes have had anything that resembled a dangerous situation aside from the free kick that Gorsuch stopped. Here's Coker the other way. That's off the glass high. The rebound down to Wilrich. And it'll bounce out of play. 14:21 to go here in the second period on the Video Library scoreboard. Sockers 1, Earthquakes 0.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jerry Coleman, Desert Sun Stadium, Yuma, Arizona. With me, the man, Steve Garvey. And this year, 40 times, you can see him on Cox Cable for only $3. Steve, well, that's not a bad deal.
That's a bargain. I wish we had Cox in my neighborhood, but I may just move to where Cox is. But it's going to be a great season, and especially for Cox bringing baseball to the people of San Diego.
Let's see if you can go the whole year this year, will you please, and no injuries. Dial 262-1122 for all the action. You can see it for only $3 a game. What a bargain.
Kick in Golden Bay. Clavillo playing it in front of his own goal for Bob Rigby. Sockers with a 1-0 lead. Schultz over to Mike Hunter. Schultz back up for Bain. Schultz was talking about the physical nature of game 1 of this series. We saw him bring down Addy Coker in a play that actually ended up in Golden Bay scoring. Here's Coker for San Diego. Goes deep into the zone and is kicked out by Schultz for another San Diego kick-in. Tiger Bomb, the official topical analgesic of the San Diego Sockers, wants to remind you that for aches and pains or muscular discomfort, use Tiger Bomb and ease the pains. Tiger Bomb is used by sports professionals and amateurs from around the world. It's available at participating drugstores in San Diego County. Jerry O'Kane for the Sockers from the red line, plays it in for Addy Coker. He lays it off for Hugo Perez. He's being pressured by Jan Goossens. Back now for Donnelly. One-touch pass into the corner for Coker. He'll fight off Tim Schultz to get to it. Addy still with it. Being watched by Goossens and Schultz. The ball comes away from Addy, and Hunter gets it. To center for Jungle. Back for Bain. Sockers leading 1-0. 13:22 to go in the second period. Jungle down the left wing. Back across the floor for Goossens. He miskicks a left footer, and O'Kane will clear it to center. Bain back in his own zone for the Earthquakes. To Mike Hunter. And back in front of the goal. Played by Schultz. Up the left side for Steve Jungle. Right point now for Goossens. He's got a big right foot shot. He takes it this time, but it goes wide and off the end wall. Jungle couldn't handle the rebound, and Wilrich will bring it out of the zone for San Diego. Good ball for Chacha Namdar. He catches up to it, takes the shot. Rigby with the save, but a good breakout pass by the Sockers, sending Namdar downfield, and Chacha will float between defense and midfield. He can also be an offensive threat. Knight with a good move to go around Hugo Perez. He'll take it into the corner, right at goal, and Gorsuch handles it off the wall. That was a hot shot by Knight. Another defender pressing forward. Here comes Wilrich. Plays it in front for B. Julie on the half volley. Wilrich a wide shot on the rebound. It comes back to Perez. Here's Wilrich again. He scores! Gene Wilrich. Make that 2 for number 15. Oh, Rigby's got a hard time stopping this one. Wilrich with that hot right foot shot. And it just got under Rigby again to his left. As Gene made no mistake as Perez set it up. So now with 12:10 to go in the second period on the Video Library scoreboard, Sockers 2, Earthquakes 0.
2 teenage girls convicted.
In Beirut this morning, murders in San Diego last night. 7:32, updating traffic.
11:38 in the weather.
8:15 with a look at sports.
In the North County.
In the East County.
In Rancho Santa Fe.
South Bay.
At the Escondido City Hall.
KOGO News Radio, AM 600. Just the facts.
We're back at the Cow Palace live. The Sockers now with a 2-0 lead as Perez sets up Gene Woolridge second of this game at 2:50. Now V with a steal deep in the San Diego zone up at the red line. Tries to work it up for Quinn, but it's knocked off his feet by Cuellar. Cuellar now from the near side of midfield up for Jungle. He's being watched by Kevin Crowe. Good block by Newman in the zone, and the Sockers will work it out once more. This is Crowe. V's at his left. Kevin takes it right up the middle. Shoots, scores! Kevin Crowe goes end-to-end, walks through the Earthquake defense. They let him gather all the way into goal. He just turned on the Jets at center. Everybody cleared a path for Crowe, and Kevin, with that left foot, just puts it way over top of Bob Rigby. So the Sockers jump out into a 3-0 lead. We still have 11:07 to go here in the second period as Crowe nets his second of the playoffs. So Kevin Crowe with a big fan club here watching this afternoon. I know he purchased about 15 or 20 extra tickets for this game to allow his family in the Bay Area to watch him. Comes up with a big third goal for San Diego. Unassisted at 3:53. So 2 goals in a span of 1:03 for the Sockers. Here comes Coker again. He's in a race with Katakalitis. And he goes tumbling down after bumping into the Earthquake defender. No foul, and Hunter plays it to center for Tim Bartrow. Bartrow to the red line. Now to his right. Clavillo brought down by Addy Coker. That'll be a foul. It's going to be 2 minutes to Addy. No, it's going to be, let's see. Yeah, I think the foul will be to San Diego, the penalty. And it will likely be Coker coming off for 2. If your soccer team would like to play an early bird game at the stadium this summer, call the Sockers Group Sales Department for details. Sockers number is 280-GOAL. And Coker is making his way over to the penalty bench now. No, they're going to say it was against Kaz Dana. It was definitely against Coker, if anything. But they're going to send Dana out. Calling on sportsmanlike conduct against Dana. So the Earthquakes get a power play situation. Their power play during the regular season, second best in the league.
And the Earthquakes are on the power play.
So the Earthquakes have a man advantage now as Dana is off for unsportsmanlike conduct. I think that the penalty should actually have gone to Coker. Clavillo into the corner for Ingram. Back for Clavillo. Along with Goosens and Bain and Jungle on the power play unit. Bain in the slot. To his left for Clavillo. He'll push it wide for Ingram. His shot goes in the seat. Ingram's got great moves. Really came into his own this indoor season. Second in team scoring with 38 goals and 25 assists, but certainly one of the fine outdoor players in the NASL. Here's Bain from midfield. The Sockers penalty killers, Namdar, Quinn, Crowe, and Newman. Ingram back for Clavillo. Now to his right for John Bain. Bain to Ingram. He had a wide open net, and he shot it high. Soccer's broadcasts are brought to you in part by Budweiser. Enjoy the cool, clear taste of the king of beers. And a reminder, Sockers fans enjoying us all over Southern California this afternoon, this Bud's for you. It's a 3-0 San Diego lead here at the Cow Palace. Sockers with a chance to move into the finals. Game 1 would be Thursday night at the Sports Arena in San Diego. There will be a game Thursday night even if this one goes to a third. Tickets available at the Sports Arena box office, all arena outlets, or if you have a major credit card, you can buy your playoff tickets over the phone. 232-0800. Be there next Thursday night. Could be the first game of the finals against either New York or Chicago, and we'll have a partial score on that game at some point in our telecast, our simulcast this afternoon. That game getting underway in about 15 minutes' time. Shot by the Earthquakes. Jan Goossens deflects high and wide. They're still on the power play. Dana in the box on the unsportsmanlike. Goossens again, a drive. That comes off Namdar in front and goes wide. They'll get it to the slot again for John Bain. Bain to his right. Goossens again. In front, Jungle a chance. Blocked by Newman. It's still inside the penalty area, and Guy finally kicks it out. 30 seconds to go in Dana's penalty. Clavillo at the left point. Into the middle for Bain. Working it over to Clavillo on the right. His drive blocked partially by Wilrich. The rebound in front. This is Clavillo. Makes his move, but it's kicked loose. Bain a drive. That's blocked by Wilrich, and these Sockers defenders really getting in front of these Golden Bay shots that time. Bain being stopped once more. So now 12 seconds to go in Dana's penalty, and the Sockers appear to be on their way to killing off their first man-down situation this afternoon. Dana, San Diego's leading scorer during the regular season, 28 goals, 24 assists for 52 points. Another super year for the Sockers' elder statesman. Jungle down for the left point as Dana's back on. Ingram a shot, and Gorsuch makes the save, gets the rebound, and the Sockers have killed off that penalty successfully. Here's Donnelly now with 8:22 to go in this first half. A 3-0 Sockers lead. 2 goals by Wilrich. Crow has 1. Here's Guy Newman overlapping down the left side to go into the corner. Bain watching him. Ingram comes in, but Guy gets it around the boards to Coker. Now into the middle for Dana. Kazzy from the red line, a long lobber. It'll come off the boards to Coker. Addy tries to chest it down and does, but won't shoot. Tries to work it past Ingram. Rigby comes to the edge of the box to try and clear it. Now a handball, Golden Bay, and a San Diego free kick. It came off Schultz. This will be just to the right of Rigby. Dana standing over the ball. He'll play it all the way back for O'Kane, who has to back up to midfield to get it. Up the wing, Hilka's trying to get possession, but Jungle will get it away from him. Steve Jungle now down the left side, working on Jerry O'Kane. Kicks it right at Donnelly, trying to feed Godfrey Ingram. Marty will bring it back up across the red line for San Diego. This is Dana turning back of the red line with Donnelly. And so far, the Sockers defense have obviously done a great job. Dana setting it down the left side for Quinn. The header in front. He looked for Coker, and Addy was behind the ball. Now Bain trying to work it out. Quinn will get a piece of it, but Bain gets it back along the near side boards. Up the right side now for Godfrey Ingram. Ingram, a little lob into midfield. Dana missed on the header, but Donnelly pokes at it and sends it deep into the Earthquake zone once more. Now Rigby ventures out of the goal and plays it up for Schultz. 3-0 the score. If you just joined us, we're live in San Francisco. Sockers will be back home tonight and then get ready for a game on Thursday against either of these Earthquakes if it goes to a third game or game 1 of the final.
Fans, does your group, club, or league need to raise funds? Why not call the Earthquakes? We've got a great fundraising program.
Donnelly on the kick in. Hayden Knight intercepts it and gets it to the red line for Bartrow. This is Knight. Up for Bartrow. He's got some nice moves, young Tim Bartrow, only 20 years old. That time it was taken off him. And O'Kane has it back in the San Diego defensive half. Over to Donnelly. Marty just starting to regain his form after that long layoff with the ankle injury. Donnelly has it at center. Cuellar watching him, plays it wide right for Quinn. Bryan's got some room, fakes, shoots left foot. Oh, got it behind Rigby. It came off the boards and back out. Quick distribution by Rigby up for Jungle as Quinn tracks back on defense. Jungle moving in front. Lays it off into the corner, a drive off the glass high, the rebound, kicked out of play by O'Kane, and they're going to give him delay of game. 6 minutes to go now in the second period here on the Video Library scoreboard. Earthquake power play coming up. Sockers lead 3-0.
New in these parts?
Yep.
Might want these to drown out engine knocks. Whoop, here comes a hill. Knocks every time I step on the gas.
Well, you don't need these. Pull into Texaco and fill up with super unleaded. Its high octane can help knock out the knocks for performance so quiet you can hear the difference.
Hey, engine's so quiet now I can tell you some of my jokes.
Try Texaco Super Unleaded for star power to help knock out the knocks.
We have a power play, Golden Bay. Sockers called for delay of game. Jerry O'Kane kicking it out. And the Earthquakes have a man advantage for the second time. Bain over to the Goosens on the field with Ingram, Clavillo, and Jungle. Goosens trying to work it out of the corner, but a big bouncer comes to Jim Gorsuch. Kevin Crow up to center for San Diego. He's got Namdar ahead. Kevin Crow is brought down. We're going to have a 2-minute penalty to Clavillo for the Earthquakes. And that evens up the situation. Clavillo bringing down Crow rather violently. So now we're all even once more.
Earthquakes penalty comes in 9:18 on the second period.
Heinz Wolmerath coming over to send Clavillo into the box. And so the Sockers will in fact have a power play for a few seconds when the penalty to O'Kane is expired. Crow just charged downfield, and Clavillo playing the man, obviously, bringing Kevin down. Free kick San Diego now. Teams are 4 runners aside. Wilrich on the free kick sends it way up into the seats. And it'll be Golden Bay back on a goal kick now. Sockers will hold indoor and outdoor sessions of Camp Kick for youngsters of all ages over the next few weeks. Indoor camps will be held at the El Cajon Skate Palace and the outdoor camps at USIU. If you'd like more information about Camp Kick, just contact Ernie Denise at the Sockers office at 280-GOAL. Ask about the Camp Kick brochure that they'll mail out to you. Be looking for the special brochure on the live-in camp. Quinn brought down at the edge of the box by Jungle. The ball rolling to Rigby. Teams at even strength. Sockers with a 3-0 lead over a little over 5 minutes to go in this first half. Quinn fouled in midfield, but then gets it back on the right wing, drops it for Wilrich, and the Sockers will set up their offense. Crow, the lone man back, guarding Jungle. Here's Wilrich working on Mike Hunter. Gene still with it. Right foot shot. Rigby the hand save. Addy was there looking for rebounds. Nothing that time. Now Hunter. Comes up to the red line. With Ingram, works it up to center. Now Ingram gets it back from Hunter again. 3-0, Sockers leading. They've now outscored this Earthquake team 8-2. Mike Hunter, left foot shot. That came off the boards. Gorsuch with a little trouble.
30 seconds to the penalty.
But gets it back. 30 seconds to go now in the penalty to O'Kane. Then the Sockers will have a brief power play. Here's Dana. Up to the Earthquake red line. Sends it right side for Coker. Addy will work on Mike Hunter. Slips it through for Perez. Hugo turns out of the corner. Gets it in front for Coker again. Here's Dana. Drive. That's just wide. Big rebound will come out to Donnelly. Marty up at the red line. Chips it now for Dana. Cassie will chase it into the corner. Comes off the boards. And Jungle gets good position and gets the ball away from Dana. To Carey. Now over to Mike Hunter. 15 seconds in the penalty now to Clavillo as the Sockers are on a power play at this point. Ingram down the left side, blocked out by Dana nicely. Cassie will get it loose and down that right side. Feeds it to Hugo Perez. A little too far for him, though, and Michael Carey will merely carry it off the boards for the goalkeeper, Rigby. So now we're back at even strength. Still a 3-0 San Diego lead. A little over 3 minutes to go in this first half. Don't forget to stay with us at halftime. We'll visit with Jim and Dory Gorsuch, as well as have first half highlights. V with a steal in midfield. He's got Perez with it. Julie trying to beat Katakalitis. Goes wide on him. V takes a shot. He scores! Julie V makes it 4-0. That was a slow roller that caught Rigby handcuffed inside that Earthquake goal. Julie goes around Katakalitis and then just hits a softie. Bounced twice before going in off the post past Rigby. Katakalitis is coming in a little late, and V banks it in off the corner, so V gets his third of the playoffs after 45 in the regular season. An unassisted goal at 11:51, and it's now a 4-0 San Diego lead, and the Sockers are really opening up the valves here in this first half of what could be the deciding game. Here's Bartow now with under 3 minutes to go in the half. Katakalitis plays it in for Jungle. Off the wall, back for Hayden Knight. Knight now in front for Edgardo Lopez on his first shift of the night. That's rejected, and Rigby will have it back at his red line. I think you have to fault Rigby a little on that last goal. V shot from a long way out. I think Rigby might have been screened somewhat by his defender. Knight over to Katakalitis. Perez quickly into pressure. Back for Rigby. He'll center it for Jungle. Gets the head on, and Lopez chases it, but Gorsick comes out of the goal. He'll just side foot it over to Hilkes. Lawrence bumped off the ball by Jungle. And now Hilkes is going to get called, I believe, for fouling Steve Jungle along the boards. Jungle wants a 2-minute penalty, but they're going to give a free kick. This will be to the right of Gorsick with 2:18 to go in the first half. Bartrow's far post for Golden Bay on this free kick. Lopez right in the box. Jungle plays it to Bartow. Got a piece of it, but Gorsick comes up again with great concentration. His distribution stolen, however, but Hilkes fights to get it back off the glass and down to Julie V. V now to center. That's broken up again by Katakalitis. Here comes Hayden Knight across the red line. Deep into the corner, but Donnelly will clear that. Knight lobs it toward goal. Gorsick punches at it. Comes out of the box over to V. Julie flips it up high. This is Katakalitis over to Bartow. He'll work it back for Katakalitis. In front for Jungle. He'll play the carom. Bank it off the wall. Side of the goal is Bartow. Gorsick right there to cut it down before they got it over to that open side for Jungle. Now V comes back to the red line for San Diego. To center for Namdar. Cha-Cha falls over top Hayden Knight as he tries to get the pass. Knight comes back down the left side for Golden Bay. Goes by Namdar, pokes at it again. Still with it is Knight. Plays it back into the corner, and a drive by Goossens goes into the crowd. Youth soccer coaches, if you would like to have one of the soccer's players give some pointers to your players, you can now under a new program. If your team just purchases a block of 50 tickets at the special discount price of $5 for the $7 seats for any outdoor game of your choice this coming NASL season, you'll get that soccer clinic for your players that you've always wanted. Just call the Soccer's office at 280-GOAL for more information on how you can reserve your date for a special Soccer's clinic. Goal kick for Jim Gorsick. Takes it outside the box, and he'll bring it back in again and pick up with Jungle close by. Gorsick's toss in for Addy Coker. Schultz doing a good job to force Coker to foul him. Free kick Earthquakes. Hunter plays it in for Bain. These two teams split their season series 3 games apiece during the regular season. Sockers would have won in the event of a tie based on goals difference. Here's Jungle with 48 seconds in the half. In front for Bain. Now wide for Hunter. That Earthquake offense having trouble penetrating the defensive zone that Ron Newman has fashioned with a combination of defenders and midfielders. In the corner it goes to Bain. Crow is bumped by Bain, but Bain hangs on. Back to the red line. Schultz, a side footer, to come out of the corner right to Hugo Perez. He falls down at the top of the box. Guy Newman slides to get it free, and now Wilrich has it. He'll hit the red line and get pushed down by Goossens, who's going to go off. So Goossens gets 2. We have another San Diego power play here. 16 seconds left in this first half of play. And Wilrich is still down after that nasty tumble. He drove that right knee into the artificial surface as the trainer Lynn Hersey comes out. Just to recap again in this period, Sockers scored 3 straight goals. Wilrich with his second of the game. Then Crow and V, and we've had a lot of penalties thus far in the contest. 4 to Golden Bay and 2 to San Diego. So a total of 12 minutes in penalties already, and we haven't played a half yet. Free kick San Diego now, 16 seconds to go in the first half. Wilrich is all right. He's back on the bench. Gorsick plays it up for V. Julie hits a half volley. That's just wide. Rebound. Quinn brings that down. He left foots it into the seats. Wilrich had a bad knee earlier this season, but it doesn't seem that that one was too serious, at least nothing that would keep him out of this game. Rigby sends it back to center. Godfrey Ingram fighting for it, playing it back to Hunter, and the buzzer sounds. So that's the first half of play. An impressive one for the Sockers. Here on our Kobe Sports Arena Swap Meet scoreboard, it's San Diego 3, and the Golden Bay are 4, and the Golden Bay Earthquakes nothing.
The Highlander is having their annual spring wardrobe event. You'll see quite a selection of beautiful Highlander suitings for just $189 each. Our professional clothiers and master tailors will suit you to perfection. After all, quality, service, and selection are why we've clothed San Diego men for 35 years. And we'll do your alterations for free, forever. So wouldn't you rather be wearing a suit from the Highlander? Now's the time, and we're your store.
Hi, this is Randy Hahn to tell you about the fun and exciting events the Sockers have planned for our outdoor season ticket holders. Prices have been slashed 25% since last season and are now only $72 for adults and $48 for juniors, seniors, and military. There'll also be free parking at the stadium for fans who arrive at least 90 minutes prior to kickoff. The Sockers also will have live music and fun and games for the entire family to enjoy prior to each game. Call or visit the Sockers ticket office tomorrow and reserve yourself some hot fun this summer at the stadium.
Many San Diegans have already experienced the quality and service that a Curtis Mathis provides. And here's your chance to own quality and save money from people who really care. With your purchase of selected consoles, video recorders, or big screens, you get a one-year season pass for 2 to the San Diego Zoo and Wild Animal Park, or your choice of other special gifts. All come with our exclusive Curtis Mathis 4-year limited warranty. So what are you waiting for? Call or stop by your nearest Curtis Mathis Center today. Check the white pages for the center nearest you.
It's drama, excitement, and action on and off the basketball court.
I think you like to fight.
Yeah. How do you think you did?
Who cares?
Hard to tell. It's always 50-50 with the true and false question.
Whether or not you play basketball at this school is up to you.
School just so big that even when you're down, you're up.
I'll get you to try it with the Globetrotters. Then if you don't make it, you come back to school, you buckle down and work hard.
You give me a try, I'll make it.
The White Shadow, Sunday nights at 7 on San Diego's 51.
Last season, Alan Mayer established himself as the premier goalkeeper in the Major Indoor Soccer League, winning the MISL's coveted MVP award. But when Mayer went down with a broken finger in mid-January of this season, the Sockers had quite obviously lost a key performer in their quest for a third straight indoor soccer title. Enter Jim Gorsuch. From the obscurity of the bench, where he'd spent most of his indoor career, Gorsuch was quickly thrust into the pressure cooker. With Mayer gone for 2 months, it would be Gorsuch who would have to provide the top-caliber goalkeeping needed to propel the Sockers into the playoffs, and he didn't disappoint. Gorsuch established himself as the NASL's top indoor keeper this season. His 4.08 goals against average was #1, and the Sockers finished the season in first place. Has this regular season been a dream come true for Jim Gorsuch?
Yeah, like you say, you know, every player wants to go out there and play the game and have fun at it. And playing with a team like San Diego Sockers, you know, it is a dream come true.
What kind of things did you dream about when you were a young player, learning your trade?
You know, I only started playing soccer in 1975, and that was the first year the Portland Timbers came into Oregon. And, you know, I didn't know nothing about soccer at all. And these guys sat there and, you know, to me, they were my heroes. You know, I'd never heard of a Cruyff or a Pelé, so they were my heroes at the time. But as I got into soccer a little more, you know, the heroes become Pelé, Cruyff, Beckenbauer, and now Kazi Dana, Jules Levy, Martin Donnelly, Gert Wieserkowski. All these players are great players to me now.
Jimmy, a lot of people that weren't maybe following the Sockers that closely may have said when you went into that game for Alan Mayer in January, who's Jim Gorsuch? And I think they might have been a little surprised at the way you've taken that position and taken it to the top of the league. Did you surprise yourself at all this year?
I don't know if you could use the word surprised. The players like Martin Donnelly and Gert and Julie, they've always said I've had the ability to play. I just needed the game time to prove it. So as far as surprise, no. They're the ones that's kept me going, you know, in these last 6-7 years anyway.
I would have to think a key for a player who's in a backup position is to keep his spirits up and keep that enthusiasm going. I'm wondering if there were any times last year in the MISL, as Alan Mayer was building his way toward an MVP, that you ever sat on the bench and got discouraged and wondered if you were ever going to get your shot.
You always think that when you don't play. It was very frustrating watching Alan play. You know, he's a good goalkeeper as well. And you know, like the player said, I just got to hang in there and wait for my chance, and when it comes, you got to take, you know, use it to the best of your ability and play your game.
The San Diego Sockers also have a second Gorsuch in their lineup, Doreen. She works full-time for the team's ticket operation and happens to be Jim Gorsuch's wife.
What about the relegation of duties? Obviously, if Jim's away a lot, that puts a lot more pressure on you. How do you work out getting chores done and things like that?
We usually have him do them before he leaves on the road trips, and then I don't have to worry about him.
How about watching Jim play soccer? It's got to be really frustrating sometimes and very satisfying at other times. I'm wondering the kind of emotions that go through your mind when you're sitting at the sports arena or maybe watching a game on television.
I kind of wait and find out and talk with him after the game to find out what he did or his reasons for doing it. I don't try to judge him at the time that he's done it.
I'm sure Jimmy has a pretty good idea of what's going to happen in the playoffs, or at least the way he'd like to see them go. Now a prediction from Dory Gorsuch on what might happen to the San Diego Sockers this playoff season.
Of course, I'd like to see us go all the way. I'd like to see them win every game without having to lose one in between.
Hi, I'm Alan Wiggins. When I was younger, I thought I was so strong and healthy that nothing could ever hurt me. Well, I was wrong. My experience with drugs caught up with me. All of us have a choice to make in this life, to say no to things that can hurt us. Even though it may seem that everyone is using drugs and alcohol, don't be afraid to say no. Stand on your own. I know it's hard to be different, but it's smart. Think about it. Don't be a dope. Say no.
This message brought to you by Operation Cork.
Time. It takes a lot of it to brew a beer worthy of the name, the king of beers. Time to select the choicest ingredients. Time for beechwood aging. And over 100 years of brewing experience. All to make sure that distinctively clean, crisp taste of Budweiser comes through. Time after time after time. Somebody still cares about quality.
Hi, this is Rolf. At Hagen, you get more than a Chevrolet. You get convenience, because Hagen's right in the heart of San Diego. It's easy to get to. A huge selection assures you on-the-spot delivery. And Hagen's price guarantee means Gene will meet or beat any deal. Location, selection, and the best price. Extra points to remember about the Hagen way of doing business. Buy an S10 pickup this month and get an autographed official NFL football. Free. Thanks, Gene.
Monday, Quincy demands a lethal drug be taken off the market.
I've got cardiac tissue in a 15-year-old girl that belongs in a 70-year-old woman. I went to the test just for colchicine. Colchicine? Kids are using it to grow marijuana.
Kathy might have been killed by grass grown with that?
You helped to sell a deadly poison with no warning in the ad.
You change the law, and I'll change that ad.
You're telling me the government can't do one thing about it?
Quincy, Monday night at 8 on San Diego's 51.
We're back at the Cow Palace in San Francisco, and for being the Sockers guests on our halftime show, Jim and Doreen Gorsuch will receive a $50 gift certificate from Willie's Restaurant Bakery, located in the Sports Arena Shopping Center next to the Mann Theaters. The next time you're at a sports event at the arena, visit Willie's and tell them the Sockers sent me, and you'll receive one free scoop of Haagen-Dazs ice cream on each slice of pie that you purchase. This offer valid through the end of April. Now the Sockers totally dominating that first half of play. The shot category probably the biggest domination as far as San Diego's standpoint is concerned. They outshot the Earthquakes 25-11 in that first half of play in our unofficial statistics. Jim Gorsuch made 7 saves, Rigby with 9. The blocks for San Diego only 2. 9 by the Earthquakes, which tells you that so much of the play was in the Golden Bay end. The fouls 8-6, Golden Bay ahead in that category, but where it counts most is on the scoreboard. Sockers with a 4-0 lead. Season tickets for some hot fun in the summertime. The Sockers NASL outdoor season are now on sale. And they're on sale daily at the Sockers box office at Gate H at the stadium. Season tickets this year reduced to just $72 for adults and only $48 for juniors, seniors, and military. Outdoor season tickets for the Sockers summer action available at the stadium. And there's some great games coming up. We'll open May 12th in Vancouver. And then we'll be back up here May 19th to play the Earthquakes at Spartan Stadium in San Jose. The first 2 games on the road for the Sockers outdoors. The home opener, May 26th, 7 o'clock Saturday night, when the Minnesota Strikers make their NASL reappearance. Lots of good games coming up this season. The Cosmos, August 25th. Chicago Sting come to the stadium twice this year, on the 18th of July and again on the 29th of August. It'll all wrap up against these Earthquakes on September the 8th. An exciting, action-packed season of NASL outdoor soccer coming up. I want to remind you, too, that there's a good group of over 50 of the Soccer's Garter Booster Club members here this afternoon. They flew up on a package arranged by First World Travel in Mission Valley. I know East-West Travel also had a charter up here tonight, so lots of Soccer's fans. If you'd like to go to the Soccer's Indoor Awards Banquet, sponsored by the Garter's Booster Club, it'll be held at the Admiral Kid Club. That's on Sunday, May the 27th. Visit the Garter's table for details about the Soccer's Indoor Awards Banquet at your next visit to the sports arena. It's 4-0 here at halftime. We'll be back at the Cow Palace in San Francisco after this.
Monday, Rossi is in trouble over a construction company scandal.
When you make the cement set faster, doesn't it also make it weaker?
You ever have trouble selling a story to your editor?
Well, I really want it.
I got a story.
What's the area?
NASL.
But it was important for that information to get out. I knew what the risks were.
If you include in those risks that you'd probably lose your job.
Lou Grant, Monday night at 9 on San Diego's 51.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jerry Coleman, Desert Sun Stadium, Yuma, Arizona. With me, Champ Summers, Kurt Bavacqua, two of the real pros when it comes to pinch hitting. And you can watch them 40 times this year at home on Cox Cable. But I want to know this. Would anybody spend $3 to watch you two guys?
They'd spend a lot more than that, Jerry. But there's no pinch hitting for the scheduling on Cox Cable this year.
We're a great couple, too, believe me.
A real odd couple. Don't forget, for 40 games, call 262-1122. You can watch them in your home, and it's only $3 a game. How do you like that?
You're an American, independent and strong, taking care of what you own, fixing what's going wrong. We're Craig and Auto Supply, here for you and you know, for savings and selection, Craig is the way to go.
Hi, this is Dan Fouts for the Child Abuse Prevention Foundation of San Diego County. This is KGB's Homegrown 84. All proceeds go directly to benefit the children, and it's just $2.50 at local record stores.
Homegrown 84. Original music by some of San Diego's finest musicians. On sale now at the Warehouse, Tower Records, Licorice Pizza, and other fine record stores. Homegrown 84 from 101 KGB FM.
Help the children. Buy Homegrown 84.
Randy Hahn back live at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. The Sockers leading the Golden Bay Earthquakes 4-0 after a half of play, and some great work by the Sockers. Gene Wilrich, who finishes the half with 2 goals. His first one unassisted, and his first of the playoffs, as he did a great job fighting off Mike Hunter, and then on a nice bouncing ball off the wall, drifted it underneath Bob Rigby to give the Sockers a 1-0 lead. That at 9:28 of the first period. Then in the second, Wilrich gets number 2. And you can't give him this kind of room. A left footer. First it goes wide off the wall. Then it comes back around to Hugo Perez. Hugo knows the kind of shot Wilrich has too. And just tees it up for number 15 again. And Gene this time didn't bother to stop it. He hit it on the run with that big right foot of his. Got everything behind it. Rigby with a piece of it, but it bounced in. That made it 2-0. That at 2:50 of the second. Then Kevin Crow went end-to-end, walked through the entire Earthquake defense. Just galloped into their zone, crossed the red line. He had players around him to use as decoys, but didn't need them. Well, actually used them, I guess. Kevin hitting with his left foot to get his second playoff goal in as many games, sending it high over top of Rigby, who had gone down much too early, it seemed. That made it 3-0. That goal at 3:53, unassisted in the second period. And then Julie B scored a lovely goal to make it a 4-0 San Diego lead at 11:51. An unassisted goal for Julie as he fought off George Katakalitis and placed this one perfectly. Rigby, I think, screened a bit by defender Mike Hunter as V just banked it in off the post. That was V's third of the playoffs. He got 2 goals in the opening game, and San Diego with a 4-0 lead. Some of the San Diego boosters here for this game. Over 50 folks flew up from San Diego area. I see Rose Adams from First World Travel there, leaning over in the blue sweater, talking to Judy Adams, the president of the Soccer's Booster Club. Soccer's faithful fans traveling up here to the Bay Area for this game this afternoon. And I know many of the Soccer's front office staff watching this afternoon's game at the Jack of Clubs over at the Village Inn restaurant across from the sports arena. Hope they're enjoying our live simulcast on KUSI TV and KOGO News Radio. The other series all tied up at a game apiece, Chicago and New York. Back on Friday night, the Sting evened it up at home. They had a big crowd, 15,000. This is Greg Ryan scoring one of the Chicago goals. Then New York came back. Dragan Vujovic on a backheel pass hits a left footer in past Victor Neguera off the post. But the Sting were just too big this night. Here, Granitza scoring one of his 3 goals. Marhetic also had 2. We'll see Marhetic's goal here in a moment. A back heel from Granitza. Pato rattling it in off the crossbar. Again, Chicago winning Friday night 7-3 at home. The third and deciding game has just got underway at New York's Meadowlands Arena, and we'll keep you up to date with each score as they occur in New York. That game just kicking off. The winner of that will meet the winner of this series. Right now, the Soccer's certainly in the driver's seat, leading the series 1-0 and leading this game 4-0. As Earthquakes head coach Don Popovic looks on. Popovic, one of the winningest coaches in soccer anywhere. He captured 4 consecutive MISL titles as head coach of the New York Arrows. Has a combined regular season and playoff record in the MISL and NASL of 166-75. That's a 69% career coaching average. Excellent statistics indoors for Don Popovic. Soccer's coming out onto the field now to a chorus of boos, as one would expect here in San Francisco, with San Diego ahead 4-0. Lawrence Hilkus, one of the Soccer's recently off the injured list. And head coach Ron Newman, who's got some pretty impressive coaching stats himself. 2 straight indoor championships, now a 3rd straight year in the playoffs. Ron has a 15-2 playoff coaching record indoors. And all-time regular season and playoffs combined in the Missile and NASL, Newman is 84-49 for 63%. So 2 of the winningest coaches, 2 of the best indoor coaches anywhere on the field here this afternoon. Right now, Ron Newman feeling pretty comfortable. His Sockers with a 4-0 lead. We were talking during the break the last time the Sockers blew a big lead, and it, I think, has to go back to the MISL. A couple of games last year, one in particular against Phoenix, where the Sockers were in Phoenix against the then Inferno, blew a big lead and lost. But everything points to them holding on to this one. They lead 4-0. 3rd period underway now. Soccer's defending the goal to our right. Brian Quinn takes a shot from Julie V. It goes wide. Kerms around the boards. Gene Woolrich will get it back down to V in the slot. Julie has Quinn on his right, plays it to his left to Woolrich. Gene passes back to V. Now Jungle comes in. It's over to Woolrich once more. Gene will play it across the field for Quinn. Quickly pressuring is Hayden Knight. Quinn forced to play it back into the middle for the goalkeeper Gorsick. Jimmy rolls it up the right wing for Quinn. Now Bryan will take it and play it left for V. Julie working out of that slot area. Jungle defending against V. Quinn at the right side makes his move on Knight. Goes around and shoots. Rigby blocks it off. Rebound comes out to Hayden Knight. Quinn with that great move, using that corner almost like an extra man. Uses the corner like Gretzky uses the back of a net in hockey. Here's Clavillo for the Earthquakes on a good pass from Hayden Knight, but Woolrich will break this up. Clavillo goes into the corner. Quinn there too, and the Sockers will get it back. Woolrich breaks through midfield. He's got Dana on his right. The pass over to Kazi. Takes it, shoots. Rigby blocks it out. Coker looking for a rebound. It's loose at the side. We have a whistle and a foul, San Diego. Sockers are on a power play. And a minute left to go in the penalty to Jan Goosen. So San Diego in a man advantage situation. Oh, Goosen's out now. There wasn't a minute left. There are no penalty time clocks here at the Cow Palace, so we have a problem with that, just trying to keep the time ourselves. Coker brings down Godfrey Ingram, and Addy's going to go off for 2. And that was kind of a cheap 2-minute penalty if I've seen one. I think they're trying to even things up a little bit. So Coker goes off for 2. We have a Golden Bay power play. The score with 13:33 to go here in the 3rd period on the Video Library scoreboard. Sockers 4, Earthquakes nothing.
5 years ago, a family of wines came along that completely changed the American wine business. Its name was Taylor California Cellars, and it gave America something it didn't have.
Wines of extraordinary quality at an affordable price. Wine expert after wine expert has recognized that quality. And today, millions of people, drinkers of Inglenook, Almaden, and other California wines, are drinking Taylor California Cellars. Are they better wines? Judge for yourself.
Earthquake power play as Addie Coker goes off for tripping at 2 minutes, or at 1:27 rather. And the Earthquakes on the man advantage. Mike Hunter with Bain, Goosens, Ingram, and Jungle. Goosens with the ball. Back into the middle for Bain. Bain winds it up, shoots. Gorsuch's got it. Jimmy grabbing that one chest high. Gorsuch plays it into midfield, up to Wilrich. Little high kick by Hunter. Wilrich gets it on a breakaway. Moving it on goal. Off the wall. His own rebound, and he fell. And Rigby's got it. Wilrich brought down, and there's no foul. Wilrich on a breakaway brought down as he played the ball off the wall. Here come the Earthquakes back the other way. Goosen's shot. Karam's off the boards. Jungle will head it back toward the red line. This is Bain. Off to his left for Jungle. Back over to Bain. Now to Jungle again. To his right for Goosens. He'll shoot it. Gorsuch, a hand save. Ingram off the wall. He missed a wide open net. What a hand save by Gorsuch. A minute to go in the penalty to Coker. Here's Bain again over to Goosens. Back for Bain. This is a key moment for Golden Bay. They've got to get in this one now if they want to come back. Over to Jungle. Jungle to Goosens. He'll hit this one wide and high. Off the boards it comes to Mike Hunter. Quinn kicks it out of play for an Earthquake kick in at the far side boards. What a stop by Gorsuch. An incredible save from the right point off Goosens. Just got that right hand there, reacting to an unbelievably hard drive, and then Ingram missing the open net with Gorsuch down. Here's Bain now, back for the live action. Ingram in front, fakes the shot, still with it, plays it over to the left for Jungle. Goes by him, comes off the wall, and he'll chip it back to the red line for Bain. Here's Bain, over to Jungle, now to the right for Goosens. He hits it first time and hit Namdar with it. Quinn will fight to get it back, but Goosens works it to Rigby. Now back up for Jungle. Coker preparing to come on. Jungle shoots it. That deflects off Ingram. Hunter on the rebound. That's rejected by the Sockers defense. Here's Bain again. Over for Hunter. His drive blocked by Quinn. Another drive block. Coker's got a breakaway as he comes out of the box. Shoots on goal. Oh, it's wide. Rigby way out of the net. Rigby clears it, but Coker has a chance to get it from Bain. They collide. Here's Namdar. His shot, a weak roller, and Rigby's got it again. So the Sockers successfully kill off the penalty to Coker. We're back at even strength. Still a 4-0 San Diego lead. Mike Hunter up for Ingram. Hunter will now send it down the right wing for Schultz, but Wilrich broke that up. Good, tenacious defense by all these Sockers, coming back and helping out. Although in that first half, they spend most of their time in the Earthquake zone. Everything going their way. In front for Coker. He'll try and lay it off for Wilrich, but that's blocked. And now Jungle's got it at center. Here's a 3-on-2 for the Earthquakes. Jungle with Ingram. Back across the flow for Tim Schultz. He plays it into the corner for Ingram. In front, kicked out by O'Kane. Schultz on the rebound in the corner for Jungle. Jungle's moving across the box. Leaves it for Ingram. O'Kane watching him. Godfrey's shot, and Gorsuch's got it. Jimmy rifles it down the right wing for Wilrich, but it bounces out of play. Texaco, makers of Texaco Super Unleaded. Texaco knocks out the Knox. One of our sponsors here on the Sockers simulcast. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast live from the Cow Palace in San Francisco on KUSI TV and KOGO News Radio 600. We'll be back here on Thursday night, either Game 3 of this series or the opening game of the final against either New York or Chicago. Their deciding game now underway in New York, and we'll bring you updates. Near side boards of the San Diego zone. Clavillo and Perez battle for it. Ball comes in front of the zone. A shot by Bartrow blocked. Donnelly tries to come in to block the rebound, and Donnelly is going to get called for bringing down Bartrow. It'll just be a foul, no penalty this time. So an Earthquake free kick coming up as Marty just dug in with Bartrow coming around, planted that right foot and tripped him. Hilkus with a steal from Michael Carey along the near boards now. Lawrence plays it out to V. He's got Perez breaking down the right wing. V, a seeing eye pass. Hugo will take it off the boards. Backs out of the corner with Hayden Knight watching him. Ran into Bartrow. Ball comes all the way down to the other end for Jungle. Jungle with Ingram. Donnelly and O'Kane, the defenders back. Jungle shoots. Oh, and I think Gorsuch might have got a piece of that to direct it wide as Jungle had beaten O'Kane and then shot. Here's Carey sending it in from center for Tim Bartrow. He's working along the boards with Hilkus and now V coming into watching. Lawrence clears it, and Julie's got it. V up to the red line for San Diego. Now to center, and he's pushed off the ball by Clavillo. 9:25 to go in the third period of play. Still a 4-0 Sockers lead. Here's Hayden Knight. Down the right side, playing it in for Jungle. Tried to get his own rebound off the wall, but Donnelly there to get it. And he'll clear it to Michael Carey at midfield. Sockers change on the go. V taking a rest. Here's Jungle, top of the box. Donnelly goes down, but O'Kane came in trailing to get it back to Gorsuch. Jimmy waits and now rolls it over to O'Kane as Jungle stops to tie a bootlace. And now Brian Quinn will start out from his own zone and over to Donnelly. Jungle still seeing to his shoe. Donnelly waiting at center. And now plays it to the right for Quinn. Here's Quinn in the zone. Back for Dana in the slot. He'll play it back for Donnelly and on to Gorsuch. Jimmy looks upfield. Curls a nice pass in for Coker. Addy takes it neatly, too, along those boards, but then he's pushed by Hayden Knight and pinned along the wall. No foul with the referee right there. Lopez now to center for Goossens. Chris Dangerfield not in the lineup tonight. He played in San Diego but re-injured his knee that kept him out for a good part of this season. Goossens slides it to the middle for Lopez. He'll tee it up for Tim Schultz, who takes a weak one through the legs of Namdar. Gorsuch sends it back down the left wing now for Wilrich. In comes Schultz to knock it loose, but Namdar gets it back. Now over to the right side for Donnelly. Back for Namdar. He'll leave it for Wilrich. Gene with 2 goals this afternoon. He plays it back for Gorsuch. Jimmy now sending it up for Addy Coker. Coker waits. Leaves it for Dana. He's forced off the ball by Hayden Knight. Goossens will work it over to the left side of defense for Tim Schultz. Schultz runs into Coker. Hunter trailing gets it for Golden Bay. With Jungle. Taken off him by Dana. Good footwork by Kazi. He'll hold it in the zone. Play it up along the boards for Coker. Addy tackled by Schultz, who's going to go off for 2. Now we have a San Diego power play. 7:21 to go in the third period on the Video Library scoreboard. It's the Sockers 4, the Earthquakes nothing.
Since 1946, Fuller Ford in Chula Vista has proven that you don't have to sacrifice quality or service to save money. That's right. Fuller Ford in Chula Vista has truly established a reputation for service and a reputation for savings that keeps customers like you returning again and again. Right now, you can buy a brand new Ford Escort from Fuller Ford for only $54.95. Think Fuller for Fords at 760 Broadway in Chula Vista.
A San Diego power play as Tim Schultz goes off for 2 minutes. It is V out there with Quinn, Wilrich, Dana, and Coker. Here's Julie through the middle. Plays it to the end for Coker. Broken up by Mike Hunter, and he'll get it back to the goalkeeper, Rigby. Sockers have possession once more. Coker, but they lose it to Clavillo. Here's a break for Fernando Clavillo down the right wing. Clavillo deep in the San Diego zone. Earthquake short-handed, but still looking impressive on this sequence. Here's Hunter, banking it in from center. Quinn broke that up. It comes to the middle again for Clavillo. To Hunter once more, but Quinn along the boards works it loose for San Diego. V lost it. Here's Jungle trying to beat Wilrich. V came in from behind, and Julie will go off for 2 minutes. And V and Jungle nearly exchanged blows. Julie tripping up Jungle. Gorsuch gets in there to hold back Jungle. V certainly tripping Jungle there and just clipping his legs out from under him. And V's going to go off for 2, so that'll even things up, but Jungle is furious. And Schultz says something to V, and V's not retaliating or anything like that. So that negates the power play for San Diego. V set off, and now Don Popovich will be back at even strength because Schultz is still in the box for the Earthquakes. Jungle has quite a streak going, scored in every regular season game, or at least got a point in every regular season game, all 32, and then got the goal the other night in San Diego. So far kept off the board. Let's see what they do on the power play. The penalty killing unit for San Diego, Wilrich, Namdar, Crow, and Quinn. On the power play, Jungle, Hunter, Bain, and Ingram. Now, it's not a power play. It's a even strength situation for now, but Golden Bay will have a power play shortly. Hunter and Bain playing some one-touch. Godfrey Ingram on the near side boards has to play it back to center, and Bain chips it into Jungle. Off his chest, tries to make the turn the other way, but Crow kicks it off Jungle out of play, and this will be a San Diego goal kick. I think what frustrated Jungle most about that is that the trip by V was of the nature that it was so obvious. And I think players of that caliber, V versus Jungle, like to play it a little more fairly than that. I think that is certainly Jungle's feeling. Give me my room and don't foul me. Now Jungle pushes off Kevin Crow, and that'll be a foul against Jungle. So it goes the other way, too. And San Diego get a free kick now in their own zone. We have 6:06 to go in the third period. Teams at even strength right now. V and Schultz both off. Here's Crow from center. He'll take it down that left side again, where they gave him all the room last time. Cuts it across. They score! The hat-trick goal for Gene Wilrich. What a setup by Kevin Crow. That time he used all that room down the left lane to open up Wilrich. Gene comes cruising over on the right side, waiting for that pass, and it was right there. Wilrich beating his man Ingram. Kevin Crow with a big assist, and the Sockers make it 5-0. Wilrich nothing but net, and puts in his third goal of this game, third of the playoffs. Crow gets the assist at 9:05. So the teams are in a situation now. Schultz came onto the field. He thought because the goal was scored, he could, but because they were at even strength, Schultz will have to sit in the box till his penalties expired. So an even strength goal for San Diego. It's now 5-0. Wilrich with a hat trick. And Bain will play it in for Godfrey Ingram. That came off Donnelly. And Gorsuch will get it back inside the San Diego penalty area. 5:40 to go in the third period now as these Sockers are on a roll. Warming up for the finals, it would seem. They can hang on and win here this afternoon. Game one of the finals Thursday night at the Sports Arena against either Chicago or New York, and we should have an update on that game very shortly. It's underway in New York's Meadowlands Arena. Gorsuch, a long pass up to center. Quinn will head it over to the right wing for Namdar. This is 2-on-2. Now Schultz back on the field. Sockers at a man disadvantage. Namdar in the earthquake zone. All kinds of quakes around him. Cha-Cha pins it along the walls. Kicked out finally, and Schultz will get it back to Rigby. So now San Diego killing off the rest of V's penalty. This is Mike Hunter. Over to Bain. Bain will bring it across the red line. Jungle and Ingram move out in front. Here's Hunter playing it deep for Ingram. Hunter gets it back along the boards. Plays it through for Bain. Bain now to his left for Hunter. Hunter back over for Bain. Deep for Ingram. In front for Jungle. He scores. So Jungle keeps his streak alive, getting a power play goal with V off. Nice goal by Jungle. They set it up for a long time. Ingram finally just beating it into Steve, and Donnelly thought he had his man marked out, but Jungle beats him. Now 4:37 to go in the third period on the Video Library scoreboard. Sockers 5, Earthquakes 1.
Two teenage girls convicted.
In Beirut this morning. Murders in San Diego last night. 7:32, updating traffic.
11:38 in the weather.
8:15 with a look at sports.
In the North County.
In the East County.
In Rancho Santa Fe.
South Bay.
At the Escondido City Hall.
KOGO News Radio, AM 600. Just the facts.
Here in San Francisco, it's 5-1. In New York, the Sting now leading the Cosmos 1-0. Chris Kenny scoring late in the opening period. They've played a period. Chicago ahead of New York 1-0. Here's Addy Coker with a chance to nearly get another one for San Diego on a rebound, but it just went wide. 5-1 the score here as Jungle gets the power play goal. Hayden Knight back at the red line. Up the right wing for Godfrey Ingram. He'll lay it off for Lopez. Ingram on the right side. In front for Jungle, but Newman stuck a leg out and broke it up. Jungle gets that goal, his second of the playoffs on the power play. From Ingram at 10:23. 5-1 the score. Ball back into the earthquake zone. Bob Rigby with it. Up for Hayden Knight. Knight comes to center. Over for Lopez. Now to Ingram. Ingram working on Daly. Gets him step on him. Ingram shoots off the glass. Lopez, the rebound. Gorsick somehow pinned it with his heel along the AstroTurf. Wilrich through midfield, trying to shake off Hayden Knight. Gene goes down. Now Dana at the far wall, pushed by Lopez. Kazzy still with it. Finally, the foul against Lopez. Jungle's goal. Nice feed. Bain to Ingram. Then Jungle just stabbed at it and kind of got over the right shoulder of Gorsick, who I'm sure had hopes of a shutout going at this point in the game. Nonetheless, still a San Diego 4-goal lead. Coker goes down at the top of the box. No foul as he put a little bit too much theatrics into that one. Back down the wing for Jungle. Guy Newman to beat. The shot blocked by Gorsick. Jungle got a good drive away. 3:04 in the period now as the ball comes back to Gorsick. Jimmy's had a super game for San Diego when called upon, but much of the work has been down at the other end for Bob Rigby. Here's a nice feed for Dana down the wing, but Knight saw it, broke it up. Rigby's got it once more. Sockers change on the go. O'Kane, V, Hilkus, Perez all coming out on this line change. Here's Clavillo. In for Bartrow. Comes off the boards. In front, Clavillo's drive off the glass. That was a hot one. And then out of play. Tiger Bomb, the official topical analgesic of the San Diego Sockers, would like to remind you that for aches and pains or muscular discomfort, use Tiger Bomb and ease the pains. Tiger Bomb used by sports professionals and amateurs from around the world. And it's available in all participating drugstores in San Diego County. Well, you're going to love watching KUSI TV Sundays at 5:30 when the greatest American hero comes to San Diego's 51. Kevin Crowe now for the Sockers across the red line. He's got a look at goal, shoots it. The rebound in front, they score! Perez! That was all in slow motion, but Hugo gets the goal. Unbelievable. I think everybody in that earthquake zone was waiting for a whistle. Crowe makes a good move to jump over top of Mike Hunter, then kicks it off the boards. It comes right to Perez as Rigby went down. V was there too, but it just bounces in past Michael Carey. So Crowe will get his second assist to go along with his goal, and it makes it 6-1 as Hugo Perez gets the goal with his father watching in the stands here. In fact, Crowe and Perez both with their families in attendance, and a big night for both of them. 6-1 now. The Sockers leading. We have under 2 minutes in the third period. This is Ingram. Forced by O'Kane to play it over to Hunter. Now back to Ingram. He'll fade to the red line. Chip it back the other way for Clavillo. He heads it to right to Gorsick. Now Lawrence Hilkus. Over to Crowe. And Kevin has just blossomed this season into a real steady indoor player. Got a great chance for Rookie of the Year. Rigby rolling it ahead for Godfrey Ingram. Teams change on the go. Ingram waits at the red line. Jungle taking a rest for a while. Goosen's out on the shifted forward. Here comes Ingram. V watching him, and Julie's going to get called for grabbing on. So this will be a free kick Earthquakes as V goes over to say something to Badalibi, the referee. Hunter on the free kick. Into the corner for Goosens. He'll get it in front for Bain. A bouncer. Gorsick plays it off the wall. Turns it with his hand into the corner. Crowe will work it out for Quinn. Bryan out of the red line. He's got V and Perez with him. Quinn comes to the red line. Leaves it for Hugo. Perez, nice move to get around Michael Carey. He's still got it. Back to center for O'Kane. Now 50 seconds of the period as Daly will try it down the right wing side. He cuts toward the center, plays it back again for O'Kane. They draw Ingram and Bain out of the zone, then it's sent in deep for V. Carey got a piece of that, but Julie knocks it back for Perez. He's forced off the ball by Bain, and now Goossens has it. Michael Carey up to Bain. Bain hits the center line across the red line now into San Diego territory. Jungle makes a run into the box. Wants a pass from Hunter. Hunter will bring it in from point. Top of the box for Bain. He laid it off for Hunter, who kind of tripped. O'Kane goes into the corner now. Jungle stabs at it. The ball loose. Jungle and Hunter both stabbing at it, but O'Kane gets it loose and up the wing to Julie V. V will send a centering ball for Dana. Kazzy on the run, but Rigby blocks it out as the buzzer sounds. So that's the third period. The score here on the Kobe Sports Arena Swap Meet scoreboard. The San Diego Sockers 6, the Golden Bay Earthquakes 1.
Many San Diegans have already experienced the quality and service that a Curtis Mathis provides. And here's your chance to own quality and save money from people who really care. With your purchase of selected consoles, video recorders, or big screens, you get a one-year season pass for 2 to the San Diego Zoo and Wild Animal Park, or your choice of other special gifts. All come with our exclusive Curtis Mathis 4-year limited warranty. So what are you waiting for? Call or stop by your nearest Curtis Mathis Center today. Check the white pages for the center nearest you.
This Bud's for everyone who takes the power and sends it down the line. Bud's for you. For all you do, the king of beers is coming true.
Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do, Bud's for you.
Hi, this is Randy Hahn to tell you about the fun and exciting events the Sockers have planned for our outdoor season ticket holders. Prices have been slashed 25% since last season and are now only $72 for adults and $48 for juniors, seniors, and military. There'll also be free parking at the stadium for fans who arrive at least 90 minutes prior to kickoff. The Sockers also will have live music and fun and games for the entire family to enjoy prior to each game. Call or visit the Sockers ticket office tomorrow and reserve yourself some hot fun this summer at the stadium. We're back at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. Sockers leading the Earthquakes 6-1 after 3 periods. Gene Woolrich with his hat-trick goal in that period. Steve Jungle got one on a power play for Golden Bay. All 3 of their goals this year have been on a man-advantage situation. Perez with the other San Diego goal of the period. Tonight at 8 on San Diego's 51, it's those incredibly talented young kids from Fame. This week, the students get a lesson in the pressures and problems that teachers face every day in the classroom. Fame, tonight at 8, right here on KUSI TV. San Diego's 51. Fame is going to live forever. We'll be back with 4th period action here on the Sockers Network after this.
You know, there's no need to just be another face in the crowd. Come to the Sports Fan in Fashion Valley West next to Farrell's. If you've got a favorite team, big league, high school, or college, the Sports Fan is the place to find the football jersey just like theirs. And if you need something special, the Sports Fan will custom make to order. The Sports Fan also carries pennants, posters, hats, lamps, bumper stickers, and much more. So if you like sports, you'll love the Sports Fan, located in Fashion Valley West next to Farrell's. Hi, everybody. I'm Jerry Coleman, Desert Sun Stadium, Yuma, Arizona. With me, Terry Kennedy, the Padres All-Star catcher. And this year, you can watch Terry and the other Padres 40 times at home for $3 a game. That's not a bad deal.
Hey, if people don't want to come to the park for some reason or another, they can sit in their favorite easy chair and watch us win a division.
That's not bad at all. Cox Cable 40 times. Dial 262-1122 for information. And don't forget, it's only $3 a game. You can't beat that.
Here it is, the knockmobile.
Hope we don't have to pass the truck. Fishing season could pass first. No more knocks, guys. We've got Star Power.
Texaco Star Power. Extra power when Texaco Super Unleaded helps knock out the knocks. Compare a car knocking with regular unleaded fuel to the same car with Star Power. Star Power could help give you more car power.
How's that for safely passing?
Terrific. We just safely passed our exit.
Star Power for car power.
Welcome back to the Cow Palace in San Francisco. Randy Hahn live, and we are into fourth period action just underway. Sockers leading 6-1. San Diego defending. Go to our left for this final period of regulation. On their way to the finals if they can hang on to what is now a 5-goal lead. Tim Gorsuch with the ball in the penalty area. Sends it up the wing for Coker. The other game in New York. Cosmos trailing Chicago 1-0, and they're now early in the second period. This is Wilrich at the red line. Ahead for Coker. Wilrich at the far boards, fouled by Lopez. We'll take some time to set up the situation with the playoffs, whether or not it's New York or Chicago, shortly. Namdar chasing a ball into the corner. Lopez trying to trap it. Cha-Cha will get it out to the point for Wilrich. Gene with 3 goals this afternoon. Plays it over to Coker. Wilrich gets it back. Stands on it, waits, hits it left foot right off Ingram. Big Karam comes off the boards, and Godfrey Ingram's got it. They'll try and feed Jungle down the wing. It comes off the boards. Jungle has it. Leaves it for Hayden Knight, overlapping down the left side. Knight takes a drive. That bounces to Gorsuch. Jimmy will roll it off to his left for Donnelly. Now to Namdar again. This Sockers defense has been really helped out by the offense, who have just dominated Golden Bay, but the Socker defenders have done their job too. V trying to take a pass, slips and falls. Clavillo back the other way for the Earthquakes. Runs into Perez and Quinn, and there's a foul against Hugo. Now Quinn goes down. He and Clavillo get involved in something, and I think they're both going to go off. It'll be Quinn and Clavillo being sent off. Clavillo was fouled by Perez. Then Quinn kicked him. Ooh, that was a nasty swipe by Brian Quinn. Clavillo retaliated, but with good reason there. They're talking it over at the officials bench. Clavillo gets a yellow card as well. I think Clavillo's really got a beef because he was kicked first. But then for retaliating, he gets the 2 minutes. We don't really see the retaliation. Here's the kick by Quinn. Then after that, Clavillo comes over and bumps into Brian. So that's what he gets his 2 for. So they both go off for unsportsmanlike conduct. Back at even strength. Here's V on a steal right from the free kick. Perez and Namdar make the runs. The pass to Hugo Perez. He shoots it wide. V on the rebound. Laid it off for Hugo. He'll come in from the boards. Perez plays the backheel ball to himself. Pinned into the corner by Hayden Knight. Perez still trying to work it out. This is Bartrow trying to get it out of the zone, but they blew the whistle on Hugo Perez. It's now 12:48 to go in regulation. Sockers with a 6-1 lead. Top of the box looking for Bartrow. Hunter sends Addy Coker head first into the boards. That'll be a foul against the Earthquakes. So it continues to be a very physical game, physical series. Sockers just have to hope they don't get too battered up for the finals. Although they will have 4 days rest. Actually 3, if they can hang on and win this one before the opener of the final on Thursday night at the Sports Arena. Again, tickets available for that at the Sports Arena box office, all arena outlets, and by calling over the telephone if you have a major credit card, 232-0800. Here's Kevin Crowe for San Diego. He's got a goal and 2 assists this afternoon. Plays it deep for Coker. Out to Wilrich. Gene at the edge of the box. Takes a shot. It got in behind Rigby. In for the rebound is Coker. Wilrich on the rebound again. Drives it off Mike Hunter. And Jungle comes back the other way for Golden Bay. He overran it. Grabbed onto Wilrich. And that's a foul against Jungle. So the Sockers get a free kick. Wilrich sends it back. Got another update from New York. We'll get it to you in just a moment. Crowe back for Gorsuch. 6-1, Sockers leading. Great games tonight by Woolridge, Crow, V. They've all played exceptionally. Coker's really sacrificed a lot going both ways. Gorsuch heading it out of his goal area. A high lobber by Namdar comes down to Mike Hunter. Perez got the foot up a little high on a dangerous kick. Another update in from New York. It's now 2-0 Chicago Sting. Pato Marhetic getting his third of the playoffs from Granitza at 10-12. There's 3 minutes to go in the first half. Again, Chicago leading New York 2-0 in the deciding game of that series. So it is looking like many thought it would at the beginning of the season to be a matchup between the Sockers and Chicago Sting. We'll see how things hold up here in this fourth period. And now a foul against Namdar at the side of the goal as Tim Bartrow takes a tumble. Good free kick opportunity for the Earthquakes. Their only goal from Jungle on a power play, both their goals in San Diego, were when the Sockers were a man down. Jungle right at Gorsuch off the foot of Katakalides. Good free kick. Here's V now to center for Perez. Both teams at full strength with Quinn back on the field. Julie playing it over to Perez. Hugo gets it over to Donnelly. Now up for V. Julie will chase it into the corner. Clavillo watching him. V doing a good job trying to get it out. Does. Here's Quinn. His drive goes in the seats. I think that might have come off a quake. Yes, it did. Corner kick coming up for the San Diego Sockers. The score here with 10:38 to go in the fourth period on the Video Library scoreboard. Sockers 6, Earthquakes 1.
I'm Eric Geyer of the San Diego Sockers. I'm concerned about a serious problem, child abuse. This year, over 1 million children will be abused in the United States. Last year in San Diego County alone, there were over 24,000 reports of suspected child abuse. And the real tragic part of this story is that child abuse could be prevented in many cases. There's something we can do. Volunteer a few hours a week to a parent or child who needs your help. Call the Child and Parent Support Services and prevent child abuse through friendship and caring.
We're back in San Francisco. Sockers broadcast brought to you in part by Budweiser. Enjoy the cool, clear taste of the king of beers. Sockers fans, for all you do, this Bud's for you. And there could be a few Budweisers here in the locker room after this game if the Sockers can hang on as they get to the finals for the third straight season. Brian Quinn playing it back for Donnelly. That's a giveaway. Here's Jungle. He'll take it across the red line. He's all alone. Now Goossens trailing. Pass over to Knight. And it's wide. Jan Goossens with it in the San Diego zone. Far boards for Bain. In front for Jungle. Comes off the boards. Newman heads it away, and it was going toward goal. Gorsuch grabbed it. Now Quinn. Far side boards. Playing it up for Coker. Addy forced off the ball by Katakalides. This is to Hayden Knight. Tries to hit Bain with a pass. Came off Dana, but he gets it back to Bain at center. Under 10 minutes to go. Michael Carey over to Hayden Knight. Knight at the red line, leaving it for Jungle. Jungle to his right for Michael Carey. All the Earthquakes pressing forward now. They can't afford to stay back. Donnelly breaks it up, but Carey keeps it in. Over to Jungle. Here's Bain. Teed it up, then played it over to Carey. And his shot was blocked by Woolridge. Great pass out to Dana. Kazzy one-on-one with Hayden Knight. He'll just lay it back for Coker. Nice pass out of the back by San Diego. Woolridge now trailing at center. Plays it back for Crow. Here's Guy Newman. Dana's got it. Kazzy just backing up toward his own goal. Plays it to the goalkeeper, Gorsuch. His return pass up for Addy Coker. Along the boards, Coker held by Knight. Still no foul. Finally, they whistle it down against Golden Bay. They've now played a half in New York, and Chicago leads 3-1. Stan Terlecki made it 2-1 at 11:57 from Bursic, the goalie, but then Elvis Comrie got one back from Greg Ryan at 12:05. Now 3-1, Chicago at the half in New York. The winner of that plays the winner of this. Kevin Crow back on the right side of defense. He'll clear it back for the goalkeeper, Gorsuch. Back up to Kevin. Losing it to Ingram. Here's Jungle all alone on Gorsuch. Jimmy Gets it with the legs at the edge of the box, and they're going to give a penalty to Gorsuch. Gorsuch's going to get 2. Now, I don't know if it was in the penalty area or not. I don't think so. So it'll likely just be a 2-minute penalty rather than a penalty kick. But we do have a Golden Bay power play coming up. Ingram sent it in for Jungle. Jimmy came out. I thought played the ball pretty well. Jungle got his foot hooked up in Jimmy's knee, resulting in the tripping call. Nonetheless, 2 minutes to San Diego. And, of course, Gorsuch won't have to serve it. And it looks like Hugo Perez will. So really, if the Earthquakes entertain any thoughts of getting to the next round of the playoffs, to the finals, now's the time where they're going to have to make something happen. They trail by 5. There's 8:23 to go, and they're on the power play. Ingram to Jungle. Kicked it at Namdar. Comes back to Bain. Now Goossens out of the corner. In front, Jungle shoots it wide. Jungle again wide in the crowd. We'll take a break. 8:16 to go here in the 4th period on the Video Library scoreboard. Sockers 6, Earthquakes 1.
This buzz for everyone who's getting the 1984 Olympic Games ready for the world. To everyone who's working hard for America's Olympic effort, this buzz for you.
Goal kick for Jim Gorsuch. Earthquakes on a power play. Jimmy lobs it downfield for Quinn. Brian got a piece of that. But John Bain trailing will collect it for the Earthquakes. Now to Clavijo with 8:05 to go. 6-1, Sockers on top. Here's Jungle. Back for Bain in the slot. In front for Jungle. Plays it off the boards. In front again, and Namdar clears it to center. Rigby for the Earthquakes comes to center, plays it to Bain. Now to Clavijo as the power play continues. Bain, good defense by Namdar. Now to the corner for Goossens. Comes off Kevin Crow, and Cha-Cha Crow will turn it upfield. Namdar doing some good penalty killing here in the middle. Takes it down the left wing. He'll squirt into that corner. Banks it around, and Rigby grabs it. Now back out to Clavijo. 1 minute to go in the penalty, being served by Perez. Here's Ingram. Right up the middle. Took a shot, weak one, and it deflected over to Gorsuch. Jimmy just sends it up the middle for Coker. Bain has got it again for the Earthquakes. Last chance time for Golden Bay. Bain in front for Ingram, drops it back for Clavijo. Now to Jungle. He'll shoot it. Deflected just about in the net. Ingram at the far post couldn't put it in. Now Ingram in the corner, working with Crow and Quinn. Bryan has it along the corner boards, trying to get it out. Crow has it, banks it around over to the opposite side. Bain plays it off the wall, shoots it right into the arms of Gorsuch. 15 seconds in the penalty now. Jimmy will just lob it downfield. That should just about kill off the penalty given to Gorsuch, served by Perez. Here comes Jungle. Back to center. Perez back on the field now. They're at even strength. Jungle up the middle, shoots it. Deflected wide. Rebound wide and high. Perez has got it, works it out to Quinn. Bryan takes it at his own red line. Jerry O'Kane makes a run down the left side. He's all alone, finally catching up. Perez in the middle. O'Kane waiting. Slips it through the legs of Bain and then can't get by him. Rigby back up the left wing now for Ingram. 5:55 to go. The season ticking away for the Earthquakes. 6-1, the Sockers on top. Comes back for Mike Hunter. Hunter over to Ingram. Ingram back for Hunter. Off the corner boards, Lopez charging toward the net. Jungle stabbed at it. Here's a shot. Gorsuch's got it. Oh, Jimmy is getting all the breaks in that goal. He's on top of things. Total concentration there. Here's Wilrich. Up to the red line for San Diego. He'll back up into midfield. Donnelly's got it again. Over to Dana. Cassie says, let's slow things down here a little bit. Plays it back for Gorsuch. Lopez with a great turnaround shot. It was a bouncer. Jungle right there. Ingram too, and they just could not put it in. Gorsuch, the only one with a real bead on the ball. Here's V in the corner to the right of Rigby. Works it out of those far boards. Julie still with it. Sends it up for Dana. Godfrey Ingram will get this back for the Earthquakes. Hunter now to Lopez. 4:40 to go. A deep ball for Ingram. Takes it on the run. Gets pushed by Wilrich. They'll give the foul. Well, to correct that score from New York, it is 3-2 Sting at the half. Steve Moyer's got a late goal. 13-17 for New York. Here's Hunter stabbing at a free kick attempt. That's wide. So now 3-2 in New York at the half. Here it's 6-1. We're late in the game. Jungle out of the corner. In front for Lopez. Wilrich has got that. Look at how far back Gene is on defense. Wilrich on the far boards. Plays it back for V. Giveaway. Here's Bartrow with Jungle. Gorsuch slide tackles it out. Bartrow loses possession. And Jungle standing in the penalty area, and he can't believe it. 4 minutes to go now as Julie V strides across his own red line. The Sockers on their way to the finals for the third straight year. Their slogan all year has been twice is not enough. And they're going to get a chance for a third straight championship again here in 1983-84. A fabulous performance in this first playoff series and a real good tune-up to the finals. Although it's going to help to get some of those defenders back for the next series against either of those two teams, New York or Chicago. Tickets for that championship series, which will begin on Thursday, which is Game B, available at the Sports Arena box office and all arena outlets. You may already have a Game B ticket. Here's a shot by Fernando Clavillo. In front, they finally score. Katakalitis stabs one in. So the Earthquakes, after so much trying, finally get one. That one by Katakalitis, who was all alone in front to knock that left footer in. But now with 3:23 to go, the Earthquakes still with a 4-goal deficit. You wonder when Popovich will pull his goalie, if he will. We'll take a break. 3:23 to go in regulation on the Video Library scoreboard. Sockers 6, Earthquakes 2.
This Bud's for everyone who keeps things rolling in the mighty Mississippi.
Breakaway barge, please respond. Get him.
We're right below here. All the way out.
I'll come around on the port side bumper there.
Yeah, just for you. That distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do, it was for you.
Now a 6-2 score. Sockers on top. 3:18 to go. Jim Gorsuch in his goal area up for Quinn. Bryan will take it down the left side. He's turned around by Clavillo. Passes back for O'Kane. Jerry on the right side. Plays it in front for Dana. Cassie shoots. It's wide. Here's Quinn to the near side for O'Kane. Jerry plays it into the corner for Quinn. Bryan will just run it out to the red line. A shot. They score! Dana! Again beating Rigby low to that far post side. And that is going to seal it for sure. 2:42 to go. Dana gets his first of the playoffs. Again, that same kind of shot from that side that gave Rigby trouble on the V goal. That was from a good distance out, too. Cassie using Clavillo as a screen. So Captain Cassie makes it a 7-2 Sockers lead. They're starting to file out of the Cow Palace here now after a long indoor season. It's all over for the Earthquakes. Sockers move on to the finals. Here's Schultz into the corner for Bartrow. Bartrow will play it back out for Hayden Knight. He waits into the corner for Bain. Now Knight again. That's played back for Gorsuch. Quinn gets the assist on Dana's goal at 12:18. Here's Bryan back the other way, and he stabs at it just as Rigby grabbed it, but there was a whistle and a foul against Quinn. Now a ball out of play on the far side boards. And there's 2 minutes to go. There's Ron Newman, still very much into this game, but he has certainly clinched another spot in the finals. Don Popovic, not so fortunate. He will have to wait for the outdoor season. If you're wondering about the Sockers' return to San Diego, they'll be arriving tonight at Lindbergh Field, 9:58 on PSA Flight 834. That's at 9:58 tonight on PSA 834 from San Francisco. They'll be arriving home this evening, likely to a warm welcome, and then getting set for the finals, a best-of-5 affair. Here's Hayden Knight. Into the corner for Steve Jungle. That's kicked out, and it'll be San Diego ball. Just a great team effort today. Newman had to be concerned about losing Collier and Geyer, along with the other injuries that San Diego has had to deal with all season long, not the least of which have been the absence of people like Paulo Mora, Vidal Fernandez, Hugo Perez, and Guy Newman both playing injured today. Here's Quinn. Back at his own red line for O'Kane. Now to Donnelly. Back for Gorsuch. Quinn now flicking it on for Willie Morcillo on his first shift of the game. And Willie takes the tumble after running into John Bain. And they're going to give a foul against Bain. So 1:30 to go. The Sockers get a free kick. Willie used sparingly this season. And a testament to the effort of the Sockers today is that he wasn't needed until 1.5 minutes was left in the game. Newman not even really requiring his full contingent of 14 players. Here's Quinn, or Willrich rather, who has the hat trick today. Back for O'Kane. Jerry shot his block. Perez will get the rebound and drift this one into the seats. Again, that phone number, if you'd like to order your first round for the championship tickets, 232-0800. If you have a major credit card, you can get tickets for Thursday night's game, Game B. As I say, you may already have tickets for Game B if you bought the first 2 playoff games. Of course, this series only going 2 games. Now 1 minute to go as Schultz plays it in for Lopez. Over to Godfrey Ingram. Hayden Knight a drive, and that goes off the leg and out of play. Stay tuned for our post-game show. We'll go down onto the field, talk to one of tonight's stars. Hope to talk to Brian Quinn, perhaps Julie V, and of course head coach Ron Newman. Goes to the finals for the 3rd straight year. All that's coming up. This is Hayden Knight for Golden Bay. Back for Tim Schultz. Schultz puts some moves on Morcillo. Gets it to Knight. Now Ingram will go down the right wing for Golden Bay. Takes his shot, and that just misses. 30 seconds to go. Knight still battling along the boards with Hugo Perez. And a whistle on the play. And a free kick, Earthquakes. Knight will get it back to Lopez. His shot wide and high. Here's Ingram along the boards, working on Willie Morcillo. Quakes get it out to Hayden Knight. Nice finesse move, and then a block by Newman as it goes out of play once more. Guy Newman, one of the Sockers' 3 regular defenders, able to play this afternoon because of the injuries to Geyer and Collier. Another shot by Ingram. That one out of play. Only 3 seconds left now as the Sockers prepare to enter the finals against either New York or Chicago. The Sting leading that game 3-2 at the half. That's the 3rd and deciding game of that best of 3. We won't have a final before we go off the air, I don't think. Have to tune in later on this evening. Get the final score for that. There's a shot by Jungle. That's cleared out the game, and the series is over. The San Diego Sockers are going to the finals. They win this one in 2 straight. The final score tonight on our Kobe Sports Arena Swap Meet scoreboard, the Sockers 7 and the Golden Bay Earthquakes 2. Stand by for the post-game show.
Do you know that Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom is the longest-running weekly TV show on the air today? This is our 22nd year of bringing you closer to the people and the animals with whom you share the world. Wholesome family entertainment is what you'll find this week and every week when you watch Jim Fowler and me on Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Wild Kingdom, Sundays at 6:30, here on San Diego's 51.
5 years ago, a family of wines came along that completely changed the American wine business. Its name was Taylor California Cellars, and it gave America something it didn't have. Wines of extraordinary quality at an affordable price. Wine expert after wine expert has recognized that quality. And today, millions of people, drinkers of Inglenook, Almaden, and other California wines, are drinking Taylor California Cellars. Are they better wines? Judge for yourself.
The way your car's been knocking, doesn't merging into fast traffic make you nervous?
No more knocks. Now we've got star power.
Texaco Star Power. Extra power when Texaco Super Unleaded helps knock out the knocks. Compare a car knocking with regular unleaded fuel to the same car with Star Power. Star Power can help give you more car power.
See, Marie? No sweat.
Oh, it's wonderful, but shouldn't we be heading north?
Star Power for car power.
Hi, this is Randy Hahn to tell you about the fun and exciting events the Sockers have planned for our outdoor season ticket holders. Prices have been slashed 25% since last season and are now only $72 for adults and $48 for juniors, seniors, and military. There'll also be free parking at the stadium for fans who arrive at least 90 minutes prior to kickoff. The Sockers also will have live music and fun and games for the entire family to enjoy prior to each game. Call or visit the Sockers ticket office tomorrow and reserve yourself some hot fun this summer at the stadium. Victorious group of San Diego Sockers fans here in the Cow Palace at San Francisco. Final score this afternoon, the Sockers defeat the Golden Bay Earthquakes 7-2. They clinched this series in 2 games straight. Ron Newman, congratulations. What a great performance by a team that was really so depleted by injuries to your defense this afternoon.
I've got to think that this may be the greatest game of our indoor career today because it took everything out of the players. Everybody was playing. You saw everybody was defending, and it takes everybody. That was a magnificent performance today.
Ron, there wasn't a moment, I think, in this whole game when you didn't seem to be in command. Right off the top, you started peppering that goal. You didn't get a few lucky bounces, and they killed off that double minor penalty, and I thought that could be a turning point, but that didn't stop you at all.
Well, I was a little concerned, too, but straight after that, we scored the goal, which sort of made up for that, because we didn't do so well on that offensive power play, and sometimes that gives a momentum to the other team. But we had some sterling performances from everybody, and a little extra from Gene Wurwitz with his goals, and I thought Kevin Crowe had probably his best game ever for us, and but that was just the icing on the cake because everybody did such a fine job.
Ron, on the pregame show, we concentrated a lot on your defensive problems because of the injuries to Collier and Geyer, and while everybody was getting back, in that first half, you didn't really have to even worry that much about defense. You were in that Golden Bay end the whole time, it seemed.
Well, it did. I think the way we're playing and pinning them in between the red lines, I think it completely destroys their balance and their idea on how to win. They were completely confused. I sensed it last week when we played them at the end of the game that they didn't quite know how to compete against it because it's a sort of an unusual tactic from us, I think, this year. But it's certainly been working against Golden Bay.
Ron, we thought goaltending would be a key situation in any series, no matter who you played. Jim Gorsuch again came up with a great series and really made some super saves again this afternoon, even though the shots might indicate that more were in your favor.
Yeah, you don't know where to point the finger and say, well done, lads, because, Jimmy did such a fine job. When anything got through, Jimmy was absolutely marvellous. He made a save, I think, in the first period, which was just absolutely incredible. And I think when that sort of thing happens, the other team have got to wonder what they've got to do to score. They look a little longer at the goal to see whether there's anything else but just hitting it. And when they take that little longer to shoot, then, of course, defenders get in there and make their blocks.
Ron, just one quick more word. The last report we had at halftime, Chicago was leading New York 3-2. Any thoughts on who you might like to play Thursday at home?
I didn't care who I played in the first round. I don't care who we play in the finals. Just thank goodness that we came out of this one without any real injuries.
Congratulations, Ron. Best of luck in the finals for the 3rd straight year.
See you back home, Eric and Gary. We did this one for you, lads.
Ron Newman, head coach of the Sockers. We'll have more on our pregame show, or postgame show. Gene Wilrich joins us live here at the Cow Palace after this.
is Rolf. At Hagen, you get more than a Chevrolet. You get convenience, because Hagen's right in the heart of San Diego. It's easy to get to. A huge selection assures you on-the-spot delivery. And Hagen's price guarantee means Gene will meet or beat any deal. Location, selection, and the best price. Extra points to remember about the Hagen way of doing business. Buy an S10 pickup this month and get an autographed official NFL football. Free. Thanks, Gene.
Monday, Quincy demands a lethal drug be taken off the market.
I've got cardiac tissue in a 15-year-old girl that belongs in a 70-year-old woman. I want you to test just for colchicine. Colchicine? Kids are using it to grow marijuana.
Kathy might have been killed by grass grown with that.
You helped to sell a deadly poison with no warning in the ad.
You change the law, and I'll change that ad.
You're telling me the government can't do one thing about it?
Quincy, Monday night at 8 on San Diego's 51.
Our post-game show continues live from the Cow Palace in San Francisco. Again, the final score, if you just joined us, 7-2. The Sockers defeating the Golden Bay Earthquakes to move into the finals. A hat trick tonight and a first star for Gene Wilrich, Sockers midfielder, who's really had his best indoor season ever this year. Congratulations, Gene. I know it took a lot of hard work to win this game today.
Thank you very much. First of all, I'd like to say we've done it again to the San Diego people. We are in the third time in the final, and everybody was playing tonight. Everybody was playing a very, very good game. I think special young rookie player like Kevin Crow, he was coming from the back, and the surprise in this game, special away, comes from the back. So he was going up and down the carpet, and everybody was doing on tremendous a very good job.
Gene, you guys must have talked before the game about how you were going to make up for Eric Geyer and Gary Collier being back home. That hurt you defensively a little bit, but it looked like everybody was coming back to help out.
But I think sometimes when some key players are out, then certain players, they work much harder. So tonight, we know Golden Bay. The first rule of the whole thing is like you have to win your first home game. And this is very, very hard. So the second one, play in Golden Bay, so we know that they are a very good team. So everybody drop back, pick up a man, so then Sungu can play 45, 50 minutes, he makes one goal, so what? And but it was a very, very good game, and I'm very, very happy.
All right, enough about Steve Jungle. Gene, we have your hat trick, all 3 goals, coming up here on the monitor. If you just have a look at it, Gene, tell us about each goal. The first one.
The first one was like a...
This is the third one, I'm sorry.
Okay, the third one? Oh, man.
Looks like Brian Quinn playing it down the wing here to Kevin. Now, Kevin will pass it to you at the far post.
Ah, yes. Kevin was coming from the back when he get the ball from Brian, and I was coming from another side, and Kevin, that he make a shot, he was passing in. I was very, very open. Everybody was concentration on Kevin, and Kevin kicked the ball inside. So there was for me an easy goal. It was a very nice assist from Kevin Groh.
All right, Gene, it's in the finals again for the Sockers for the 3rd straight year. You don't know yet if it's going to be New York or Chicago. That's being decided right now. Does it matter?
I don't normally care. I think the whole thing is like you have to win your home games. It's the most important thing. Why away in Chicago there are 19,000 people is very, very difficult. And another thing I want to say hello to my wife and to my baby.
Gene Wilrich, congratulations. A hat trick this afternoon. The Sockers in the finals. We'll see you Thursday night.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Gene. Kevin Crow is standing by. He'll join us here on our post-game show from the Cow Palace right after this.
It's drama, excitement, and action on and off the basketball court.
Malone, I can take Reed. You can see you can be easily replaced. What are you reading? Crime and Punishment. It's the story of my life. I just lost up the words. I got them mixed up. I made a mistake, all right? I'm sorry.
Man, this is the kind of place where a guy like me can really shine.
Yo, Wardell is here. So let's boogie.
The White Shadow, Sunday nights at 7 on San Diego's 51.
We're back live in San Francisco. We just got an update from the Meadowlands Arena in New York. The Cosmos have gone ahead. They lead Chicago now 5-3. That one is really up in the air. They're in the 3rd period now. We don't know who the Sockers are going to meet in the finals. It could be either one of them now with New York ahead after Chicago led. But with us now is Kevin Crow. We won't talk about the other series. Kevin, let's talk about this game here this afternoon. First of all, it had to be a very pleasing feeling for you to go into the finals for the first time with the Sockers indoors?
Oh, yeah, you know, that's what you strive for at the beginning of the season. You know, I'm just happy to be with the Sockers, you know. Got my chance to play with them, and I've done pretty well, and I'm just happy to be here.
You got 2 assists and a goal tonight. Coming from a defensive role, I think a lot of us were wondering about the Sockers' defense tonight with the loss of Geyer and Collier. You guys really put it all together, though, with help from everybody else.
Well, this team has a lot of character. We've been doing it all year long, playing without key personnel, and I think, you know, when you know some key players are out, everyone just sucks it up that much harder, and we just really pulled together during the playoffs.
Kevin, I know that maybe from your own personal standpoint, before this indoor season started, you were wondering whether or not you like it. Does Kevin Crow like it?
Oh, I like it. You know, soccer anywhere is enjoyable. You know, in indoor soccer, the fans are great. It's a great game. You know, I still like outdoor too, but indoors great. As long as you're winning, everything's great.
Kevin, your goal this afternoon coming up on the replay, it was very much like a goal you scored earlier this season that I can recall. You got 2 assists as well tonight. Let's take a look at the goal.
Which one was this, the first one?
This looks like you along the boards. This is your assist.
Oh. Okay, here I'm just dribbling down the field and get a little lucky here, and I see Hugo making a run, and I just hit it off the boards, and Hugo played it really well and put it in.
Kind of looked like slow motion there, everybody waiting for something to happen. Julie was close by too. Kevin, your playmaking, is it something that you worked on a lot, or is it just part of your natural game that kind of evolved through this season?
I'm trying to work on it. You know, I think it's very good for a defender to come up and be able to do things, you know, because they don't expect you to, and when you do, you usually can be very efficient. And at the beginning of the season, you know, I tried a little bit, but I'm working it more and more into my game.
Obviously, the team playing very well right now. Kevin, any predictions on what might happen in a best-of-5 final?
Third goal. With Chicago or New York, I'm sure it'll go to 5, you know. I don't know. I really don't know. It's going to be a tough battle, believe me.
Any team that you think you could do particularly better against? I know Chicago have beaten you a couple of times in their arena.
Well, our record's better against New York, of course, but I think both teams are very good. It's just going to be a battle. It's going to be who wants the game more and who plays more physical, I think.
Kevin, a great performance this afternoon. We do have a look at your goal now. Finally, we'll get a chance for the people to see it one more time. Tell us about it.
Well, here I ended up with the ball, and Julie made a great run and took the defender away from me, and they opened up the lane, and I just kept going and hit the shot, and luckily it went in.
And over top of Rigby, who went down a little early, it seemed. Kevin, congratulations. A goal and 2 assists tonight. You're in the finals. Best of luck.
Oh, thank you.
Kevin Crow of the Sockers. And he's got a big cheering section here at the Cow Palace in San Francisco, about 40 or 50 strong. We'll take a break. The final score again here this afternoon at the Cow Palace. The Sockers defeating the Earthquakes 7-2. So final comments in a moment.
Do you know that Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom is the longest-running weekly TV show on the air today? This is our 22nd year of bringing you closer to the people and the animals with whom you share the world. Wholesome family entertainment is what you'll find this week and every week when you watch Jim Fowler and me on Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Wild Kingdom, Sundays at 6:30, here on San Diego's 51.
Wherever evildoers threaten the American way of life, a fearless hero appears to save the day. The greatest American hero.
You'd have loaded this space cadet.
Nobody told me anything about saving the world. How do I do that?
I'm sure you'll think of something.
I'm getting something.
So am I. Nauseous.
Don't miss the hilarious adventures of the greatest American hero.
Premiering April 8th on San Diego's 51.
We're back in San Francisco. The Sockers on their way to the finals for the 3rd consecutive year. And the finals will open up on Thursday night at the Sports Arena in San Diego against either Chicago or New York. At last report, the Cosmos were leading the Sting 5-3 in the 3rd period. We're trying to stay on top of that one for you. This is the way the playoff rounds would shape up. Now, if it is New York, the Sockers open at home on this Thursday night, and then Sunday night, the first 2 games at the Sports Arena. After that, they'll go back to New York for games on the 11th and 12th, and then a 5th and deciding game, if necessary, on the 15th in San Diego. If it's the Sockers and the Chicago Sting, again, it would open Thursday night at the Sports Arena with the 2nd game Sunday, then to Chicago Stadium for games on the 12th and 14th, and a 5th game, if necessary, in San Diego on April the 18th. That's if it's the Sockers and Chicago, but again, that series obviously very much still in question back at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. Now, tickets for the playoff games, the remaining ones, on sale now at the Sports Arena box office and all arena outlets throughout San Diego County. You can also buy your tickets over the telephone by calling 232-0800. Ticket price is $10 and $8 with the usual $2 discounts for students, seniors, and military, with coupons available for the military at special services only. And we also have some information on when the Sockers are returning home tonight. We'll tell you about that as we break for just a moment.
Monday, Quincy demands a lethal drug be taken off the market.
I've got cardiac tissue in a 15-year-old girl that belongs in a 70-year-old woman. I went to the test just for colchicine. Colchicine? Kids are using it to grow marijuana.
Kathy might have been killed by grass grown with that.
You hope to sell a deadly poison with no warning in the ad?
You change the law, and I'll change that ad.
You're telling me the government can't do one thing about it?
Quincy, Monday night at 8 on San Diego's 51.
Hi, I'm Kevin Crow of the San Diego Sockers. Senior Adult Services, a privately funded charitable social service agency, works toward enabling senior adults to function at their highest level of independence. Services include counseling, information and referral, and Meals on Wheels. Senior Adult Services reaches out to you. If you, members of your family, or someone you know might be helped by one of these programs, call 297-3260. Thank you.
Some final comments from here in San Francisco. We'd like to also remind you that Gene Woolrich, for being our post-game guest and the game's first star, will receive a $50 gift certificate at his choice of the Old Mission Beach, Old Pacific Beach, or Old Ocean Beach cafes in San Diego. He might have to take Ron Newman and Kevin Crow out for dinner, too. They all did a great job tonight. I want to tell you the Sockers are coming home tonight to Lindbergh Field in San Diego. They'll be arriving on PSA Flight 834, arriving in San Diego at 9:58. Tonight, there'll be a happy group, likely some celebrating tonight as well, as the Sockers make their way to the finals for the third straight year. They'll open up on Thursday night. Just got another update from New York. They're in the fourth period now, 5 minutes to go in the game. The Cosmos hanging on. They lead at 5-4 as Chicago get another goal. That one's down to 1 goal. We wish we could give you the final score, but we're going to have to leave before it's over, so you'll have to tune in your local stations and get the final score tonight. Nonetheless, it's going to be a great final on Thursday. Hope you can be there for the opening game. We'd like to thank a lot of people, Kermit Schumart and Tom Rand, our traveling production crew from KUSI-TV. In San Diego, our producer, Bill Michaels for KOGO News Radio, and Sockers Marketing Director Paul Mendez assisting us here, as long as our great technical crew who gave us all the words and pictures. Our thanks to them from here at the Cow Palace in San Francisco. Sockers in the finals Thursday. Again, the final score here tonight. The Sockers 7, the Earthquakes 2. Randy Hahn saying good night for all of us from the Cow Palace in San Francisco.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by Budweiser. Sockers fans, for all you do, this Bud's for you. By Hagen Chevrolet. By the Highlanders Men's Shops. By Taylor Wine. By Fuller Ford. And by Texaco, makers of Texaco Super Unleaded that helps knock out the knots. Monday, corrupt city officials make an honest fellow their fall guy.
What happened to Wilson and Nardini and Peterson?
They're gone. I mean, they're gone in the interests of better municipal government, you understand.
Well, how come I'm still here?
Let's just say we know our personnel fig.
Don Knotts and Joe Flynn star in How to Frame a Fig on the Monday afternoon movie. Monday, an outcast on a tropical isle is thrown together with a missionary sister.
But not what has happened since. Well, hours. And I must insist that you bring her back to the mission at once.
Well, she can come back if she wants to. I won't stop her. But I'm not going to force her against her will, either.
God will punish you for your wickedness.
Well, I'm brisk.
Gwyneth Johns and Robert Newton star in The Beachcomber on the Monday Late Night Movie.